Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the WoT7 number 4 Qualifier 2 stream. I'm Keyhand, I'm being joined by Phil X, and we are joining in the round of 32 with a match in between WoT7 against Hype. And yeah, as you can see, players are ready. It's going to start in like half a minute. And we already see the setup here for Ghost Town. Triple S-Conk, double VZ, 1 IS7, 160 TP, and Hannes seems to be relogging.
Yeah, I mean, Hannes will load into the game without issues. The question is just how quick he will be in the battle itself.
There we go.
Looks like he is in the relogging process already. Yeah, a couple of technical battles. That's usually when teams decided that they don't have time or something like that. Yeah, taking a look at the lineups, I mean, a bit of a interesting thing here that we can see quadruple IS4 from the Polish team here. 150B, 113 and a Super Conk. And for WoT7 we have a 60 TP, triple S Conk, double VZ and an IS7.
Mm-hmm.
I checked the volumes for the microphones, that looks fine. We have game sound as well.
So are you actually coming through for the stream?
Yeah, I checked that. So yeah, I guess we are ready to go, and I hope everyone will enjoy the stream. Maybe you want to set up a prediction as well?
For the first game, I don't think so, because we're already in it now, so, you know, the teams could bet. For the other matches, I will probably do polls and predictions and everything. Interesting stuff, by the way, no team picking a medium here. So the flanks by Batchets or something that we saw in other games, not gonna happen. Although there are some quite fast tanks for the Polish lineup here with the 50B, 113. On the other side, I guess Turbo VZs could be good. And here, immediately, second shot of damage. Piotr 40k taking 2 by a VZ. That was Hannes there with a good play. And Tux is going to look to punish him now. Finds the 60 TP instead. Both of the shots not connecting.
Small HP advantage because of the good early trade from Hannes there.
Also, do you want to share your screen to me on Discord?
I can do that, sure.
Okay, and caps being started. Double IS4 advancing into the cap. Ali in the 60 TP being chased off the angle by Tarks now. And yeah,
I think one relevant stuff is thing is that we can see the VZ there, Aubrey. He lost 1500 HP or something, and I'm not sure where that HP loss is coming from. Maybe he did some drop or something, I don't know. But he's trying to flank now from the side. Obviously the cap pressure is still there. Ali has to drive in a bit of a crossfire here. You can see Tarks will peek now. Brainbreaker coming in as well. Good damage onto the tanks and the cap, but now the 50B is there. Ali should be dropping soon. 500 HP left. Brainbreaker misses the shot because he drives over the rubble. Bounces another one, and he can finish that kill. But WoT7 cleaned up the other side of the cap. Now a good shot into the back of Nerficus as well. And Frugo is getting pushed by Luca and Aubrey.
Yeah, now the push is coming in here onto Alio, who is a bit separated from his team. Hannes now trying to give support from the side. Indeed, does pick up Tarks in his 113. Frugo also dropping. Meanwhile, Bach is picking up Aubrey. It's just free-for-all at this point. It's just about who has more effective guns in the game. And yeah, we can see Alio now dropping in his Super Conk. That's a huge amount of DPM gun. The tanks now even 4 against 4. Hannes seems to have reloaded. We'll see if he can pick up Nerf because he's able to do that. And now Brainbreaker seems to be reloading as well, trying to get away from Hannes. Nice shot by Ricochet into Haki. And meanwhile, Barkis is fighting a 1 against 2 at the cap. Yeah, Hannes and Brainbreaker are just both reloading. So Hannes, we'll see who actually reloads first. Hannes seems to be it, and he puts in 1, he puts in 2. Now Brainbreaker should finish him off, but that is a lot of HP advantage, and also still guns in the game being effective here for Team Gecko. You can see the 1v2 that Bacchus is fighting is not going in his advantage, and Ricochet and Hakir, yeah, they're trying to both support their teams with the struggle at the cap. Now Brainbreaker has joined. Has he reloaded is the question. And he puts in 1.
I think he's reloading.
2.
Putting the clip
and
in, but You can see it's 150B against 3 tanks, Dark Ninja and 1 HP, both on a 2 or even 3 shot if there are no good rolls.
Brainbreaker obviously on the reload right now, but the thing is, Ricochet, he cannot be killed in one clip if there's no Amarak or no burn. And they're gonna obviously stay together, stick together here.
Luca missing a shot, no surprise there. Only a track shot from that Ninja. So Brainbreaker might be able to clip onto him now. Yeah, bounces
like,
another shot, I mean.
the shots by Brainbreaker this round, not quite there yet.
Yeah, we will take a look at that.
I mean, let's take a quick look at the post-game stats.
Yeah, it looks like we didn't have any technical issues so far, so guess now it's the time.
So WoT7 putting themselves up on a 1-0 here. The round is obviously best of 3. All rounds today will be best of 3, except for semifinals and finals, which will both be best of 5. And yeah, as we take a look now, I guess we just saw exactly the shots that he didn't pen.
I mean, like, he was shooting the side of an IS-4 with APCR, and after that he shot the back of an IS-7. You should expect those to pen. Same for the shots onto Hannes and the VZ, that were also 2 pretty easy shots. But in the end, I mean, decent performance still. I feel like
he did what Bino always told everyone to do. He stayed back in the 50B.
I'm not sure what, is there any splash damage? No, Hakia, he was apparently bouncing 5 shots, so maybe that was against the Haldon 60 TP or something. But yeah, decent stuff coming in here from both teams. I would like to, Aubrey received 6 penetration, so that was no drop damage on his side. I didn't really see where he lost all the HP, because when he drove into the picture, he was already down to like 1100, something like that. So yeah, we'll need to see. Yeah, first point for WoT7, and Ricochet here on top. Let's take a look at the other results. Strong Kodaks leading against Dash. It's Tilt team by Horse and Bunter, I think.
Let's hope they are not tilted by this. Okay, I needed to get that one in as soon as possible, because if they lose one more round, then they're out and I will not have a possibility to make the job.
There are a couple more Tilt teams, no worries.
Okay, nice.
So, yeah, so we have Haichatok versus Anime Lovers. I really like the fact that Haichatok is leading 1-0 there.
Weeps out.
Weeps out. We have the Pommes Spoon Bande versus Please Nerf HE. Oh my god. Also 0-1. Yeah, we watched that game right now. 7v7 Boomers is leading 1-0, and Ligma, one of the other Tilt teams, is leading as well. LTP is leading against Kotolacharshi. Beyond is leading against Please. Gigachat, I mean, no surprise, winning against IQ Lowrolled. And Janik Heimdallton is down a point as well.
Maybe they didn't only low roll their IQ.
We will never find out. Okay, more IS-7s. So, let's take a look at the lineup. We have 113s on both sides. Double IS-4 versus double IS-7, a Superconk versus Superconk, double VZ versus double VZ, and a CS versus CS. So the main difference is that IS-4 versus IS-7 matchup, but yeah.
In a brawling situation, I would actually give priority to the IS-4. The IS-7 can be faster, yes, but I think IS-4 has more DPM, more armor.
And heat against the...
against a pretty crappy APCR that the IS-7 has.
Yeah, 305 or 306 or something like that.
I think even lower, 303.
Yeah, I guess that's
it doesn't matter.
For the stats junkies to look up. Ninja again, without field mods, and very cheap here with only 1 camo pattern.
Oh no, are we already? Okay. Okay. We see no immediate cap commitment by the team in blue, by Gecko7 here. They are first trying to feel out the positions, and those are pretty interesting, I would say. The CS and one Super Conk are not in the city, but instead posted up in the back to snipe. And this means if some collapse comes, they will not be able to share their HP with the rest of the team. Meanwhile, we see an IS-7 in K4. That was, I think, pushed up by the CS. And yeah, he can either stay there and provide cross shots into the city, or he can also advance against the CS, and then the Super Conk would need to come help, or the CS would need to go away. We'll see about that.
Yeah, interesting enough, nobody is playing in the position on the other side, so often you have a tank positioned here. You can play it here to be held on towards that, or support in this direction. But yeah, the Super Conk more of a defensive option. I don't really think he can cover the 113 because of the buildings here, so I don't think there are any shots possible in that way. But yeah, as you can see, there is a rotation happening here on this side. And same goes for the CS, that potentially will drive up here. First, this position is very good because it provides you with soft and hard cover. And yeah, taking a look at the defensive positions in the city, we can go a bit closer to that as well. Very standard stuff. So we have those hull down IS-4s where this overmatch weak spot was removed. That means you can sit behind the rubble pretty safely. We have Nerficos and Frugo here. So basically there is rubble in front of those tanks here and here. And the VZ basically has the ramp. So also Haldan can shoot in this direction or can also help here. This IS-4 obviously denies an advance through this area. And the 113 pulled back here in the city, so can support whenever they want as well.
And yeah, the crayons are out, even with the different colors, so you can tell there's not a lot happening right now, which, except for the IS-7 pushing up Ricochet down to 1700. But yeah, we can talk about the tiebreaker rules as well, and as to why teams might or might not be doing something currently.
Yeah, I mean, tiebreaker rules are pretty straightforward, and I think tiebreaker rules right now should also promote active gameplay as the... good shot by Dark Ninja. Should promote active gameplay as the attacker. So if you have the faster attack, you're allowed to... interesting. You're allowed to pick... you're allowed to pick the side for the tiebreaker. Look, Piotr is losing a lot of HP there. Not sure what...
he got spotted, and then Luca was able to snipe. Now he's out of render.
To snipe as well. But yeah, so a lot of HP loss also on the other side. Ali dropping to 600 HP. Yeah, so fastest attack decides on tiebreaker. Otherwise, the team that dealt more damage while attacking. So I would say Aubrey's team had... Yeah, Aubrey's team had like a 5 minutes? Was it 5 minutes? 5 minutes attack?
They are attacking now, so they had a defense. So
Yeah,
it's literally about dealing damage for them now. No?
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, exactly. So Frugo's team had a 5 minutes attack, but as they lost it, it doesn't matter. So the question now is how much damage did they deal?
Ooh, Ricochet and Brainbreaker, by the way, in a 1v1 here right now, with support from Luca coming up in the VZ, and the CS also getting pulled here to support. Ricochet just bounced the shot, but now the retract comes down onto the Super Conk that already had to use his repair kit. And Luca, he should be reloaded soonish. The only one that can really help Brainbreaker here is the CS. But yeah, he obviously doesn't really have any kind of armor to put into the fight. Now Brainbreaker down to a 2-shot here, and this means that Ricochet should be able to pick him up. There we go, the kill comes through. Ricochet in turn dropping to a 1-shot here. Luca will try to shield him, but Hakir with a nice pickup, and now there's the 1v1 of the VZ against the CS. The VZ will not be able to clip out Hakir, so Hakir should be winning that one. And this means the whole one line will be once again in the control of the Polish team. And yeah, there's nothing really that the Germans can do to support Luca. Meanwhile, obviously, A push is coming in the city onto Nerficos Los Bandidos in his IS-4. They need to finish that fast, otherwise the CS will be able to crossfire.
Another good shot from Nerficos, but Dark Ninja... Ah no, Alio picked up the kill. Might be a possibility for Haak here to give some shots in the back of those tanks. But you can see Frugo and Barkis, they're trying to put Hannes and Dark Ninja in a bit of a weird spot. They don't really want to push into the guns and leave their Hullons. On the other hand, they have Haak here in the back. Now Tarks is coming as well. Side scraping off the back of Barkis, bringing in a bit more DPM. And yeah, in the end it will come down to who did more damage. And I would personally say that it was closer in the other game, right? So it was only...
Yeah, but look, Frugo still is on 2k.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But they had a full HP. Wasn't Ricochet in his IS-7 also still like full HP-ish?
He was at 1700.
Ah, okay. Aubrey is just driving in. I guess you can tell us what the tiebreaker map is already.
Let me have a sneaky look. The tiebreaker map is going to... crap, where did I put it? Oh yeah. Tiebreaker map is going to be Tundra.
No, I'm not even sure if it matters so much if you're attacker or defender on Tundra.
Yeah, I tried to pick maps that are not completely one-sided.
Today. It's like third time I'm showing Leichtraktor today. Oh no, MS1, not Leichtraktor.
I mean, it's a good tank. And I actually have one report popping up, but the team that reported it won anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Who is it? Who dared to break the rule?
It was in the game Roar against some team from clan SBJ.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, but like...
So 2.1k left. I think Aubrey's team had more HP left because they had two shots. No. So I think that one of the Kongs was on 500 plus 700 on the other plus 1.7. So Aubrey's team should be able to pick the...
we can just pull up the results and then
yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Add them together.
Quick math. There we go.
Okay, so team score 1, team score 2, and it's always the team that... Okay. Yes. Let's open up Google and add some stuff together.
So as you can see,
I will do it for the first game. You do it for the second.
No, you will do it for both, and I will read the other results. So Ligma won 2-0 against Never Lucky with matchmaking. I guess they were actually not lucky because they got matched against a strong team directly in the round of 32. Yeah, Gecko is as hype as the game that we just watched. Smiley's team, Freilos, 1-0. Moore also won 2-0. LTP won 2-0. Storm won 2-0. There is another tiebreaker from what it seems. That's GigaChat versus IQ Lowrolled. Then we have another tiebreaker. That's 77 Boomers versus Not Worth a Try. And we have a 2-0 between Zero RNG and RNGesus. So I guess not having any RNG will help you against...
By the way, if I didn't mistype anything, the damage was 15,973 in the first game and 15,789 in the second game. So literally like 200 damage apart, with the Polish team should be getting the tiebreaker.
Because of the last shots of the 50p, I guess, then.
Yep.
Yeah, so now you know. Please versus Beyond, I think that one we saw that already. But yeah, Haichatok versus Anime Lovers, 2-0. Pommesbudenbande lost to Please Nerf HE, and Janik Reinlöten lost against 5 Atataha. I think that's the Nomi team.
Danik reinlöten, holy crap.
Yeah, that means we have 4 tiebreakers in total, I think. Gecko 7 versus Hype. Not Worth a Try versus 7v7 Boomers. GigaChat versus IQ Low Rolled. And who's there another one? Maybe it's only those. Yeah. I will quickly check if there were any reports in the forum. I don't see any.
It is shared one screenshot with you, but I believe they won anyway. Yeah, they won anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he had a rep kit on 4. I wouldn't have accepted the report anyway.
Oh no. Okay, so tiebreaker is up. And it seems like the Polish guys chose attack.
You have to change the sites for your observer mod now. I mean, it's not like it's shown, but
Okay. But yeah, overall, I think pretty balanced match in between both of those. Not only because the damage numbers were so close, but yeah, in both games, I sort of had the impression that that the defenders just had the positional advantage always. I think if that one line encounter in between the S-Conk and the CS on one side and VZ and IS7 on the other side goes differently, then the game might actually swing. And at that point in time, it's important to notice, I don't think you caught it, but the IS7 actually bounced one shot on the S-Conk while that one was reloading.
Yeah, that was the time when I was flying in the sky with my MS1.
Don't let your memes be dreams.
Man, I'm hovering over the Leaf Clan button right now.
Oh no. All right, 2.5 minutes still to go. We do finally see a medium tank being picked. But yeah, it is going to be Tundra. And Tundra, I feel like it hasn't really been figured out by the teams completely so far. We do see a lot of different approaches. And yeah, we will see how it goes. See if there are other results. No, I think you caught or called all of them, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are some games that we are not spectating. I guess I can take a look at my laptop, but those are the probably best teams that we have the results from.
Okay, finally, all tanks being picked here. So it's going to be one batcher, double VZ, double S-Conk, a Kran, and an IS7. And did I call it wrong?
What?
The Polish guys are defending. I just reread it. I think I said it wrong at the start.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, they did pick defense. It's crazy, by the way. I'm just rewatching, and at one point in time, Gecko was up like 1k HP, but like the positions completely worked against them, and also Ali was out of game, I believe.
So Pain won 2-0 against White Cross. Never Salty won against Devil's Vengeance. Leon's Light won against Zrako Mioti. Pulagil won against Czechoslovakian crew. Happy won against Ultra Stiffy. Harmy won against Yestem Hardcore. Mirek's team won against Besnavni. Batnet, which is I think Papa's team, Papa Pavian's team, won against Samcro, and a lot of other things happened as well. I just realized that there are so many games I can't just read all of them.
Dokili. In we go, and now we also see the lineup that the Germans are bringing here. It's double AS7, double S-Conk, double VZ, and a CS.
They have, by the way, 3 German players.
The international team with a strong participation by
two
German
and a half,
players.
actually.
Oh yeah,
Luca
yeah.
has dual citizenship.
Oh, maybe he just counts for 2.
Yeah,
And also, I think it was you calling them the Germans at the start. Hello?
No, you called them the Germans. I called Fame the Germans last tournament.
Well, both are equally true, and immediately we see a commitment here by the attacking team. Just all in play in the south. We saw that being successful in the past qualifier as well. It's all about when Polish guys are actually going to see this push here, and they're sending Nerficos very, very aggressively in SIS7 to spot just that. Maybe they will be behind the ridge, though, so he won't actually be able to see it.
Spot it from there.
Yep, so the thing is though, they're not getting the free crown pick that we saw last time. And are they actually committing in? Hannah's being sent forward.
I mean, Hannah's a light tank player, so he has to spot now.
We see that the Batchat has taken a lot of positions in the north, so I think the type will be aware that it is some kind of south commitment. We have double VZ able to punish, and the S-Kong able to go close to provide resets if he needs to. And now a rotation coming in from the side of Gecko7. They're pulling what seems like 1 VZ and 1 IS7 as well as the CS away.
Yeah, you can see them here. They're taking the longer route, so they make sure if the Batchat is potentially spotting from one of the bushes here or sitting here, there's no one crossing in this area, and no one will be spotted. But yeah, I would say a bit of a slow-paced beginning. Both teams are trying to figure out where the opponents are situated. You can see the Kranwagen Tarks also moving a bit closer now. Usually when you're not aware of the enemy position. Good shot by Aubrey, actually, putting in 1 into the Kranwagen. But yeah, if you're not aware of where the enemy is sitting, you usually have something in A3, and then maybe have something to cover at like B1 or E1. But now with all the information the Batchat is providing already, it will probably be pretty costly to get into the actual fight, because wherever you drive you will probably lose like 1000 HP. And obviously you're driving into stationary guns. Oh, good blind fire there into the Batchat. Oh, already got spotted and took 1 in return. Okay, not letting that one go.
That one is actually pretty important because Aubrey is now in 1 clip range for the Batchat. He was at 2160 HP before. Batchat having 1950 clip alpha, so now the Batchat could actually win the 1v1. immediately. And just as I say that, Hakia takes one more shot of damage in his bed shot. I believe that was also blind fire.
No, that was the first shot of damage.
Yeah, like overall, it is one more shot of damage is what I mean. But yeah, Ricochet now being pushed up in his IS-7. He's supposed to obviously take the position and push the bad shot away.
The
And
bad
they
shot
are...
had already 1.6k HP. Like, that was the first shot of damage that was exchanged.
I
Doesn't
mean,
matter.
I mean
Hakia is on a
overall in
one
the
shot
game.
now, and he might even die for that cross.
And there we go, Aubrey with the pickup. And Hakia was venturing too far and was digging too deep, and he did indeed find his demons. 4 minutes 10 left, 6 tanks for the defenders, and they are reacting to the loss of the Batchat by pushing in the south now. But little do they know that they're actually going to meet an even number of tanks here. Entrenched S-Kongs, IS-7s, VZs. That is nothing you really want to push on.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Barkis. I'm not sure what exactly he's doing there. I thought he would try to aim towards the crossing, but apparently he decided that he just wants to hug the building.
Ooh, taking one more shot of damage by Alio here. Also important to notice that the tanks by Gecko7 did fire a lot of HE in that area, so all the houses that are destructible basically are gone. So not a lot of cover, and now Frugo is feeling the pain. Also taking one more shot, and slowly but surely the HP advantage is starting to mount as Brainbreaker takes another 930 HP of damage, and in comes the repush by Gecko7 onto Nerficos. He immediately drops down 1000 HP. The VZ clip so brutal, now down to 700, but not finished off yet. Ali and Hannes need to be careful here. Finally, he does go down, and that means 5000 HP advantage and positional advantage as well, and also an overmatch for the side of Gecko7 in the middle of the map near the
they
bridge.
eliminated 2 guns already. Now Frugo the next one to drop, and even Aubrey in his one-shot CS is still in the game, can still dish out damage. Ali will try to finish out Piotr 40k, who puts in another good shot into Hannes, but Hannes still on 600 HP, so not a one-shot for anyone. Aubrey looks like he made it out. Barkis puts in one into Hannes, finished the kill. Tarks finished the kill as well. But look at the HP, it's only 3.5k left, 3k HP, 3 tanks versus 5. And that looks like a W for Gecko for me.
As Brainbreaker also drops out of the game here, Alio and Barkis in a 1v1. Alio, I was wondering whether he was Amarect, but no, he was full HP, so just reloading. Down to 406 HP goes Barkis, and actually doesn't get rolled. 2 low rolls here from Alio, but I don't think he's going to be too unhappy, because Tarks in his Kranwagen is now the last tank remaining for Hype, and he's in a sandwich by Rico and 1 HP. And down he goes.
I think we watched both of their games where they got kicked out, and one was the Himmelsdorf against Inwil, and they got completely crushed in the second game. I mean, the first game was somewhat close, you could say, but the second one was just stomp.
Also, the other results are sort of in. Is there one more which... this is already next round, okay. So I guess I make a poll, who to spectate?
Yeah, I mean, we have... maybe Storm versus LTP?
Okay, wait, let me set up the poll.
I'm not sure if we need a poll because I think there are not that many evenly matched teams.
Storm versus LTP.
I mean, we could watch Freilos versus Pain. I think it's one of the better French teams, but talking about French teams, like the standards are not really high.
Police, I want to report shots have been fired. That, Freilos versus Pain.
Yeah, I don't think anything else is... Storm versus LTP. yeah, Phylos versus Pain or Storm versus LTP. I guess those are the options. Oh, I didn't show the.
Okay, I set up the poll. We'll see. Storm versus LTP winning right now. Oh no, Freilos versus Pain is winning. Oy. Head-to-head race. Did we check all the other results that popped up, by the way? Or do you want to take a look at groups?
Yeah, IQ Lowrolled won against GigaChat. Gecko won against Hype. And the 7v7 Boomers.
That sounds like my team.
Oh, look, there are the first clan invites coming in. Yeah, it's been more than 2 years. Yeah, we can take a look at the. Let me change the scene. Can take a look at the brackets.
Okay, so Storm versus LTP won with 38 votes over 33, so that's 54%.
Yeah, so Group 1, Phylos versus Pain. Never Salty versus Leon's Light. Plugger versus Happy. The Pain Apples, haha, against Harmy. That's not Harmy, that's Harmy. I think that's Mirek's team here with an interesting name against NoNet. Badnet, that's Papa Pavia's team. Maybe that's something we can watch in the next round. At least I was told that this would be, yeah. Papa Pavian's team. Yeah. R4, R. I don't know. Some Tilt comedy clan here. Equipa, that's Wire against Noya. Yeah, then we have Group 2. Koya versus Beyond. I think Koya is a German clan as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Königsjäger or something.
Oh yeah, see, there are also some forum unicorns. Your friend Kata Holzig.
Oh, good lord.
And Beyond, then we have Postro versus STBRS. Not sure who that is. Well, another team. 5 Atatara, that's the Nomi Goodnight team. I think they have a decent chance of making it pretty far in this bracket as well. Stronko Ducks, who won again 2-0 against the Bunter team. Randa Esport is their opponent. Then Tvatsile versus Rematori Esperti. And Please Nerf HE, oh my god, versus WTH. Gecko7 versus Papak. And Zero RNG versus Eleni. And I'm not sure who that is. I still don't know who that is. Okay, then in Group 3, we have Glasswand against WWR2. T17C versus Banitsi. Elite Squad of My Day versus Moore. I think Moore is one of the bracket favorites. Storm versus LTP. The winner will play against Moore, so that might even be... Yeah, I think that will decide over the upper bracket finalist. Then we have GRTT versus Low IQ. Glass Finland versus Esport is not sport. I think there were Czech players. I think they are Pearl per players. Just Track versus Ligma, also one of my my finalist candidates for the lower part of the group 3-3, and Not Worth a Try versus Haichatok. I guess Haichatok should take that one. Who is in Not Worth a Try? That's actually an interesting game as well.
But the poll is already through, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately for the viewers.
Oh no!
If I want to watch the other game,
are we in for a slight amount of trolling?
yeah, I mean that's 2 Hungarian teams, but it might be that Shadow is casting that on his own, so I guess there's.
By the way, apparently you should turn up your microphone on your stream a tiny little bit.
Okay, yeah, I mean I can do that. Mine is actually a bit louder than yours, like just from the settings, so. Yeah.
Maybe turn it up another 5 or 10%. Okay, so do I start a prediction for the game, or do we actually pull the trolling?
Nah, I mean we can go there and write them good luck, ladies.
Okay, who will win?
See a win. And then what did we say? Storm versus LTP? Is our match?
Yes.
Germans invading the Polish team, French team.
Oh no! This time not even going over Belgium. I mean, what?
LTP against, what was the other? Storm. I didn't save that, so they will just get a dot there, and I will write it in there. Aloha. Good luck.
Are you saying they will need it?
We will find out. But I would say LTP is the favorite in this match because they have a lot of experience. I think A-King and Silent, they both like playing on Himmelsdorf. They have both been in teams that made it into the playoffs already. And while Storm has been in the playoff, it was a completely different team. And yeah, I'm not sure if they're as strong as as the 3PX team.
All right, 2.5 minutes for the next game. I guess you will bonk some people.
Yeah, I'm checking that.
And I am taking a look right now. The lineup here so far, we see triple VZ1 S-Conk 113. Map is going to be Himmelsdorf, so I guess one of the all-time favorites of probably most participants here in the tournaments. We shall have a look how the Storm team is going to fare against the pretty experienced, you said it, lineup that LTP is bringing to the table here. A lot of long-time known names here from the Frenchmen coming in with concentrated experience.
Frugo is crying that they got kicked out, even though they were allowed to pick the side.
That sounds like a skill issue.
Yep.
Yep, sock?
Yep, sock. I mean, no reports coming in. I don't know.
I think people are unable to...
that sounds like a skill issue as well.
I mean, it even says your Discord contact in the forum thread, so...
Yeah, I mean, I have it in my forum signature as well.
Okay, 20 seconds until we will hop in to the next game. And we're gonna see. I think it's going to be Poland against France, right?
Yep.
Okay, so far... Dom leading by far with the points, by the way. 84,000 against 34,000 by LTP. We shall see if the combined...
How does Mirek have so much points again? Ah, he won points, right? Because he put his points on...
Yeah, he won points.
Mirek. Okay, I will quickly add... What is the second team? Storm? For you as a... look how sexy that looks. Amazing.
Production quality just...
Okay, so we have 3 VZ55s. We have an S-Conk, a 113, 5A and a Batchat for the French team, while in the other team also a Batchat and a 50B, triple IS4 and double S-Conk. Smarties might actually be streaming that, right?
I have actually... Like, just from the lineups, I feel like the blue team has... Or no, for you it's the... I forgot to switch them. Okay. But yeah, the team with the triple IS4, I like the lineup more, is what I wanted to say.
I mean, I would say they have a bit more of a traditional lineup when it comes to like hull down power. But yeah, the faster... Oh, look at this! Super Conk. Oh my god, what are they doing?
They are not hitting their shots, that's for sure. Oh my god, the Batchat from the side with some punishment.
Yeah, guys, we're having technical issues. Let's just go to the be right back screen. Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, good lord. Unstable. I mean, they are committed in this push now, so that's why the 113 also goes. They're driving into Crossfire. The 50B is probably still full regarding his clip. Now the Batchat joins the fray. I think he should still have 3 shots left here, actually taking some hits. But yeah, dishing out the punishment as well. Now the VZs are reloading, and the HP advantage for the Polish team is still here, even though, you know...
Yeah, so now the important thing for Team in Red, the Polish team, is to get their IS-4s into the game. You can see
big blow up here onto Come Zone.
Is still driving through full HP through the 8 line, silent there, taking good advantage of the cover in between them. Trying to go for the kill shot. Yeah, picks up the kill and the HPs. While not looking that great, are still... No, not really.
No, not really.
It's 4 guns against 4 guns. Keep on being positive. Spartian driving in like a bot as well, and I guess this game is simply over. I mean, Batchat will start clipping. Okay, will not start clipping. Okay, Silent picks up another good kill. Guns still even. 13 HP on the 5A. He circles the IS-4. What a great play, but the Super Conk too good.
Stop trying to hype it up. It's not working.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know. Like, there is a Super Conk driving like this. And the second one crosses directly after, and they get spotted when they are here. There are 3 tanks with 3 fire and 2... And there's no damage?
Well, first of all that, and second
of all... And then they stop on D8 in the middle of the crossfire and just...
Yeah, they just take it like men, you know? They just take the crossfire. But yeah, Also, they sent one S-Conk and one Batchat over the hill that did not participate whatsoever in the push and were late to support. Yeah. Yeah. No. I don't know. All right. Please nerf HE. Oh my god. With the 1-0 over what the hell as well. And next results. The Unspeakables against Nonet 1-0 and Equipa Extraclasia versus Noya also 1-0. Then we have Ligma leading now against Just Trek. And other results, Alini leading against Zero RNG. We just saw LTP losing their first round against Storm. And Pozdro Pochvic against STBRS is also 1-0 for Pozdro. We see 5 Atatatar against Sobieski leading, and that is the round of 16 so far. Gecko7 now winning against Papa C. And you said that you would slightly favor the French lineup before the games. So far, that was pretty weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
And more leading, I would say unsurprisingly, against My Day.
Can you say something just to compare?
Test 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah. I'm saying something.
Yeah, I put you even quieter now. I don't know. Maybe I can up my input gain a bit.
I mean, you can just turn me down a bit on TeamSpeak.
Yeah, okay. I upped my input gain a bit, so like directly in the media, in the audio interface. Beyond won against Koya as well in the clash of the German giants. But yeah, I mean tiebreaker. Was tiebreaker Cliff? Do I remember that correctly?
I shall immediately find out.
Tiebreaker is Cliff. So has to win their defensive round on Himmelsdorf here if they want to survive going into the tiebreaker. But yeah, so we see a lineup very similar to what we've seen before with a triple IS4. This time getting two 277s, a 50B and a 60TP. And what is the French team doing? Not a single French vehicle here. 4 VZ55s, an IS4, an IS7, and a 113. What is your input on the lineups?
I'm a bit worried about the lineup coming in by LTP. It seems to me like, you know, they said, it didn't work with triple VZ. Let's try it with quadruple. And yeah, we shall see what they are doing here. I would say sort of dangerous split coming in by the Polish guys because they're splitting off 4 and 3, and this basically means they can get caught by the Wheezy lineup actually, who are all booking it down the 2 line and now setting up crossfire angles for 8 line, but we see that's not really a concern for the side of the Storm lineup. LTP, they're taking control over the rails, I would say, completely. But yeah, we'll see what they're going to do with it. Now the tanks are sort of a bit disjointed. If Storm were to form up and push lower side, then they would need to be very careful. The side of LTP, that is, that they can bring all of their guns to bear. We'll see. It's a weird one. Very passive start by the team of Storm, even though they're attacking. We shall see if that actually, does something for them in the long run. Obviously, Storm up 1-0. That means they can sort of lay back. Some damage now coming in onto the lineup of LTP. Aking and Cumzone both taking a shot. Finally, Kono taking one in return. I think so far both teams are sort of, you know, feeling each other out.
Figuring, yeah, exactly. Trying to get some information about the positionings and so on. Obviously the 60 TP that made it now onto the hill with 3k HP, holding a lot of the HPs here, plus those. How do they have so much HP difference? Gibbon. Oh, he has HP boost in the right slot. I guess CFR just has field mods.
Yeah.
90 HP difference, it's quite a lot.
Okay, push coming out finally by Storm over the K line with double IS4. I do not think that they have been spotted for this quite yet. Finally, 113 and IS4 exchanging shots here. 50B would be there to cover if some sort of repush comes out by LTP. But to be honest, that is a very, very passive start, and if Storm continues this, not only will they lose the round, they will also lose the right to pick the side on Cliff, which would be tiebreaker. Ooh, yeah, still GG Gibbon in the IS4 and Unstable in the 113, trading it out. No damage done so far. Just, you know, tracks damaged. I guess that's a mental victory.
Yeah, not much to say. If we take a look at the current positions.
Ooh, Unstable just took a shot, so the IS4 actually winning out in the 1v1 here.
I mean, the IS4 got buffed last year, right? Was it last year or the year before?
I think last year.
Yeah. So IS4 now a true 2022 meta heavy, or at least 2021. Bounce on the 113 again. Yeah, you can see a big rotation is actually coming here. All those vehicles pushing in here. One thing that I kind of dislike is the position here of those tanks. They're like very they're very next to each other, not really covering a lot of spotting. So I guess as the push is coming right now anyway, I don't really have to explain this stuff. But
by the way, for everyone that's wondering, the push that we are spectating right now is taking part in Mercedes. That's what the position is called. No damage again by the Wheezies on the cross. Finally, the 50B taking one shot of damage. But the problem here for LTP is now that Storm has a lot more guns in the fight right now. Cumzone probably about to feel the heat. Kono dropping down to 900 HP, and Unstable with a very good crossfire position here, but he's about to get flanked by double IS4, so he's not going to survive for long. And yeah, Cumzone feeling the heat now as well, dropping down to 84, actually down and out of the game. Unstable in the 113, about to get eliminated. One kill going back in the favor of LTP, and the HP also looking very, very good for the French team right now.
Yeah, I mean, the push kind of got stuck now. We see the IS4 having to advance towards the next position. Keep in mind they are a gun up, so the HPs are even, more or less.
And the thing is, those VZs, they will not really be able to counter the IS4s that are pushing through the one line right now. Oral Warrior just going down. That's another gun gone here. And now the IS4s, they can hold down against Aking over the lower rank car or rail car here. And yeah, Aking...
We need to see if the 50B, yeah, exactly 22 seconds. So if the 50B can survive, maybe like on a 2-shot, that would be really good for them. But yeah, you can see LTP losing a lot of HPs, and yeah, maybe the cat, maybe the siren of the time can save them. But yeah, Big Lufa now has to get into the game. He is holding a lot of their HPs. 6 guns versus 3, and I have to say, this game looks pretty over.
That was not very convincing what we saw by LTP.
So what you can say is that even though the French team lost, the French tanks won. So the 50B and the game before, the Batchat, won their games.
I think the IS-4 is actually pretty good tank against the VZ that also got set on fire, because the VZ, I think, also has pretty low APCR pen, and so that comes in very, very handy again for the IS-4s, that they just have this crazy amount of armor.
On the other hand, like with the IS-4, you always want to bait with your track, so people shoot heat into it. So that obviously is something that you can't do against the APCRs.
I think it's just the nominal side armor of the IS-4 is
that on
crazy
top.
good.
But yeah, so 306mm on the VZ, and what did we say? IS-7 has 303. Yeah, so both comparable penetration values. What do we continue watching? By the way, don't pay out. Obviously, there is delay on the stream.
I was just gonna fix the title. See if I can do it. You need to change the title yourself. There's an X missing. Okay, results coming in, and we see.
Where is the X missing?
After the tier, 7v7 tier, no reward tanks.
Yeah.
Okay, results are in. 5 Tatar against Sobieski PL 2-0. Equipa the Extraklasi versus Neuer. Definitely extra class performance from them. 2-0 as well. Alini winning 2-0 against 0RNG. Please nerf AG, oh my god, with a 2-0 over what the hell. Gecko7 2-0 over Papa C, and Pozdro Pochvich against STBRS winning 2-0. Elite squad of My Day losing 0-2 against Moore. The Unspeakables 2-0 over NoNet. We just saw Storm losing to LTP losing to Storm, excuse me. The Königsjäger got F'd by Beyond. Beyond advancing with a clean 2-0, and not worth a try against Hitchetalk 1-1.
Yeah, I guess we can watch their tiebreaker match.
IQ low rolled winning 2-0 against GRTT. Just in, breaking news.
Yeah, so there's Freilos versus Payne. Okay, that also just ended. So yeah, we will take a 3-minute break, and then we will be back with a tiebreaker between the two Hungarian teams. Yeah, we are back with a tiebreaker match between two Hungarian teams, Hajchatok and Not Worth a Try. Interesting enough, I think Fegiva was playing light tanks for Hajchatok in the last TVP league, so I'm pretty sure the teams know each other. Yeah, map is Cliff. Hajchatok will be on the defending side, so 8 minutes time to protect their 2 cap circles. And let's see what the teams have prepared.
Indeed. So it's going to be... For me, Hajchatok is attacking currently. And yeah, they're doing so with Kran, double V, triple CS, and 1 TVP. On the other side, the defense coming in with a double Kran, a triple 277, and double CS.
But Hajchatok is defending. They started in the north.
Am I dumb? Yes, I am. Oh god. How do I switch teams? What is the combination?
Try Control Shift U.
No.
Okay.
Whatever. Just, cast over it. Because I'm such a crazy guy.
Control Shift Alt U.
Control Shift Alt U.
That should fix it. Well, I mean, the CS made it up now. You can see Green Mickey Mouse and Brain Race will now be approached by Kriya and Kunig, both in their Kranwagens. Ayseni took a lot of damage already. He's down to 900 HP, and that's basically the complete HP loss on the side of Hajchatok. Big HP drop still on the side of Ayseni, only 500 HP. I would have liked to see the tank somewhere like here between the buildings and not in a non-hull-down tank with barely any armor sitting there in the hull-down brawl area. Overall, HPs are still pretty even. Now March has lost 700 HP as well, so 1k HP difference for the side of Not Worth a Try. But Hajchatok has 2 more heavy tanks, so they might be able to use that fact to their advantage. Keep in mind there is a CS on the hill. You can see it, Green Mickey Mouse. Oh, well, change the perspective a bit. Sitting on top of the hill. Good damage into Brain Race, but damage is being retaliated, and it looks like the VZs are pushing forward. Now Marsh is taking another big hit, 900 HP left on his 277. And it looks like the teams are a bit indecisive here on if they can push, if they want to push. The TVP is moving out. Maybe he's just reloaded. Any approach that you would suggest? Look at what Exo is doing.
I would like for Oak to actually go Donut and search the 1v1 against Exo.
That's a very risky move. Like if he crosses like
he can't
like
get
that,
spotted on the cross. That's the condition. But
I mean, no way he does that. Like that's a very very suicidal move in my opinion.
March is taking another hit for free by Shadow, dropping him down to a possible one-shot, 476.
I guess if there's no streams to snipe.
Oh, spicy stuff. Spicy.
Yeah, the TVP made it around now. We will see if there are any shots possible for him. At least he will turn some turrets. I think he hit the Kranwagen in the back. Second shot missed.
He actually is -4 now, and he does pick up a kill.
Yeah, he actually picked up Ayseni. So 2 shots into Kunig, Okay, Kunig picks up a kill in return, but the HPs are dropping for the yellow team, and it doesn't look great for Hajchatok. 8k for them, and I mean 11k for the blue team. Mickey Mouse now approaching onto Kunig, who is a one-shot potentially. He low rolls but gets one in return. Kriya also only sitting on 400 HP, and with the TVP being reloaded soon, that does not look well for Hajchatok. Exo made it around now, and next kill is being picked up. Is there any saving grace for them?
Taking a look at the HP, I would say no, because both Kranwagens are on one shot. The HP just aren't there for Heichetok anymore, or Heichetok. Now Blizit comes in with the TVP from the backside for the possible killing blow. He should be able to pick up Marches, who didn't really trade well in the mid game here. Instead, it's going to be non-mistake picking up Marches here. Orc also going down, and now only Kunik remaining in the Kranwagen up there, but he's about to get
Kunik will clutch
style
it.
on as well. And yeah, it's going to be Green Mickey Mouse to pick it up here. And with this, Heichetok is out of the tournament.
Yeah, that was pretty... I'm not even sure if that was pretty player skill based, but maybe it was also the tank selection, but I just felt like they were getting out-traded left, right, center. They lost like 2k HP difference basically just by taking worse trades. I mean, you cannot really say that the 277s are worse than the CS in the middle brawl. The VZ has 8 degrees of gun depression, right? But you had a double Kran for the ramp.
Yeah, it was just trades not going in favor of Heichtok's team. Just overall. You see the scoreline, it's like 7-1 also. And the only guys that did their own HP in damage for matches, I'm not even sure with 2.1k if he had hardening. But yeah, the only person really able to put some damage onto the enemy was Kunik over there. I guess we head to another little break, and I will prepare a poll on what to watch next.
Yeah, so the next games will start in 14 minutes. That means we will take a 10-minute break and then run you through the current results, the current trees, and yeah, we will see who's most likely making it into the next round then. So see you in around 10 minutes. Yeah, we are back, and the chat has decided Beyond versus Postro is the next match. Yeah, we can take a look at where this match is happening. Wait, that's the wrong tree. Yeah, so Beyond here in group 2, one against Koya and Please. Postro coming from wins against STBRS and the French Destroyers. Yeah, the winner of those two will end up in the semi-final. Against the winner of Nomi and Stronku Dax, who will be playing now. And yeah, I would say please nerf HE. Oh my god, the French-Italian team will then face off against WoT7 in the other semi-final. With all that being said, we have 40 seconds to the next game, so I will change the scene and try to not make any oopsies today.
So far we've been good. The only oopsie we saw was the gameplay by some teams.
I mean, that's part of the good things, right? Like
Content. Professional content creation. All right, 15 seconds, and it is going to be Postro attacking first. So we are seeing the attacking lineup on Murovanka with interesting stuff coming in. I mean, yeah, 113, 60 TP, IS7, Kran, S-Conk, VZ, and then a tank I did not expect to see in the tournament. It is the K91. Yeah, K91, obviously, upside for the tank is basically a bit higher DPM than the other Russian mediums. I believe also a bit better camo, better shell velocity on the APCR. I think also a bit higher pen. Yeah, big drawback, obviously, no real armor and not fully rotatable turret. On the other side, we see the team of Beyond coming in with IS7, double Kran, S-Conk, double Batchat, and Yannick in the T100. Seems more like a lineup you would normally see on Moro. The other lineup with each tank only once is a bit weird to see.
Also, interesting equipment choices for Orsech. He is playing with a low-noised exhaust system. I'm not sure how great the camo of the K91 is, but I don't think he can be outspotted if he is sitting stationary in a bush. But even with a T100 that has the full spotting setup.
I think I saw some rather large British World of Tanks streamer recommending that setup for the K91, I believe. If memory doesn't trick me.
Yeah, I mean Orsech is just a knower, I think. He just knows it. Okay, the push is coming. Shocker, Mystery Bob, and Willem driving in. A bit of a communication issue there. The IS7 was a bit late to drive in. Usually that's the tank that is supposed to take the shots. Now good decision to... Okay. Apparently not the decision to move forward and get out of the crossfire. He stays in the range of the K91 and gets shot again and again. HPs are looking pretty even still, but there are no kills. Yep, now is the first kill. And yeah, Masu coming in with his 113 directly down to 800 HP.
And the thing is, the K91 so far not really able to put in a lot of fire into that engagement on the lower side. He is farming the S-Conk right now. And Shorty, the would-be Penta player, I saw him missing a couple of shots in his Batchat onto the S-Conk. And yeah, we're gonna see. Cap has started again now.
Shorty has 5 seconds left to reload. We can take a look at his perspective.
He got spotted for that peak.
Yep. Okay, now the Kranwagen and the IS7s are... Or IS7 are making... Oh, not good.
No, not good actually, and the K91 there with the first pickup, and now Mystery is also in big trouble because he couldn't reverse further because his fellow Kranwagen actually prevented him from doing that. Shorty now with a kill onto the S-Conk, the Kranwagen falls in turn by the T100, and now the K91, the DPM monster, moving in onto Shorty, who is probably reloading. They're going to play Ring Around the Rosie here with that, with that house, but I think Shorty misjudged the situation, so the K91 has an easy time picking it up, and now we're finding ourselves in a 2v2, Batchat and T100 against K91 and 60TP with all of the HP sitting on the 60TP, and the Batchat Albert, he isn't even one-shot. Oh, that is some trades going on in between the T100 and the K91, and I think that one is the crucial engagement.
6 seconds remaining for Albert here in his
But he
Batchat.
won't be able to clip out the 60TP.
Ooh,
Big
he
hit
takes
coming
a big hit. 1,
he takes a big hit,
2,
but also a big hit of Copium because the K91 is able to
3,
support from the back.
4.
And
Okay, so he
5,
made all his shots. Oh, the T100 bounced, I think, on the S of the... Whew. Okay, so the game is not over yet, because obviously Beyond is defending this game. There are 4.5 minutes left. The K91 needs 3 shots to finish off the T100, while the 60TP probably needs 2, or a high roll, or fire. I mean, with that gun shooting onto a T100, you have a decent chance of actually putting the T100 on fire. But
what
I don't
is
think
the
anyone
equipment on the T100? So he
it's
has low noise exhaust
low
plus
noise,
CVS. It's
CVS
complete spotting
and
setup.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, we can take a look at the perspective of the T100 player and see what what he decides to do. Oh, it's shaking quite a lot.
Yeah, it's
so
crazy shaking. The perspective of the former Roll the Dice team member, very, very good team. Good times, fond memories. But yeah, he's now in a clutch situation here, 1v2.
he still hasn't spotted the K91.
Yeah, K91 also is in a very, very good position here because he is in the trees, so not getting spotted
I think it's actually
yet.
a pretty known position, to be honest.
Ooh, that was a good blind reset here, coming out from Yannick. However, he doesn't know.
Ooh, he gets spotted. T100 should be able to use... Yeah, great. You can see there's this small building, like the small house, that you can use as cover for shots from the 60TP. And yeah, that was a very good decap. Keep in mind, both enemy tanks are one-shots now. Obviously, the 60TP has great armor against the T100 light tank, so that's a point to take into consideration as well. So Key, what's your take? Would you rather try to kill the 60TP and risk getting into a DPM duel with the K91? Or kill the K91 and hope that the 60TP doesn't roll you?
I think I would kill the 60TP.
Ooh, you spotted.
Ooh.
What a good shot. The T100
Incredible.
making short work of the 60TP. And yeah, as I said, the game is by far not over because now there's a 3-shot T100 who now gets unspotted against the 1-shot K91. And yeah, if you didn't place your bets, I would highly suggest you putting them onto the victorious T100 now.
Oh, I did not make a prediction. Start prediction, who will win the match? Beyond against Dom, I think it was?
No, Postro.
Oh, Postro. Was a draw and submission period 2 minutes. Start prediction. Prediction up.
I mean, Albert in this bet chat, very important that he made this 5 out of 5 clip. I mean, we kind of forgot about that part when the situation happened between the other team members, like the T100, the K91, and the 60TP. But that was also crucial that he put the 60TP on a one-shot. And then, yeah, great shooting here from the T100. 98 cap points as well, so efficiency goes up.
All right, we can also take a look at the other results coming in here. And WoT7 leading against Alini. The Unspeakables against Badnet are up 1-0. Badnet, I believe, is Papa's team. Ligma up 1-0 against Not Worth a Try. 5 Atatatar 1-0 against Stronkudax. Rematori. Esperti 1-0 against Please Nerf HE, oh my god. I guess they fired some good ammo there. Beyond, we just saw them taking the victory with a beautiful T100 performance against Pozdro. IQ low rolled is winning out against Esport is not a sport, probably just trained better for the event. More against Storm, Storm leading 1-0. And RAR against Equipa z Ekstraklazy are trailing because Ekstraklazy has taken the 1-0 victory here too.
Yeah, I will actually move up my desk so I can cast standing now.
Oof.
And stretch my legs after the gym today.
And Freilos with the 1-0 over Never Salty.
Yeah, 45 seconds until the next game will start. We can see the setup is still pretty light, I would say, for the defending team. A T100, a Batchat. Yeah, basically two spotting vehicles. Obviously, we saw the Batchat dealing good damage last game. I can bring up the post-game results here. So 4.4k damage. Yeah, the VZ55, double S-Kong, Kranwagen 277. Those are the heavy tanks of the lineup. So 1 medium, 1 light, and 5 heavies. Have we seen any tank destroyers this tournament? Any 268 version 4s or STRVs? I've seen some in some off-stream games. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like I predicted it, but I predicted it. Yeah, there is it. The STRV 103B. Yeah, very interesting lineup. Shorty and Albert in their Batchats, the T100 double Kran and a 113. Yeah, give me your thoughts.
I mean,
2k HP up from the beginning for the defending team.
STRV is one of those picks where I'm always not sure because it's so highly specialized that most of the situations it does not perform very well, but when it actually performs, then you see high damage numbers popping up. It's weird to see it on the attack, I have to say. Normally STRV is a reactionary defensive vehicle that does not like pushing.
Maybe
we'll
they
see
want
what
to heavy commit on one side and then bait them into putting some pressure onto the Kran, and the STRV farms the push onto the Kran or something like that.
Yeah, but if they heavy commit one side, which is the 2-cap, ironically, then...
I mean, they cannot really heavy commit with the rest of the lineup because they have T100 and double Batchat. What is the other Batchat doing there, by the way, in the corner?
Yes. He's doing a passive support role.
So, okay. Albert. Also, is the GLD still a thing on Batchats?
I use IRM because the thing is he doesn't have improved equipment on the Batchat, but as soon as you have improved equipment with like IRM and stuff, then you are fully aimed between your shots, which is mostly
or you just use the aiming system. It's also pretty nice. Or HP boost.
Or HP boost, yeah. HP boost can actually come in very handy.
On a map where you want to rotate a lot. But I feel like as you're expecting heavy tanks in the enemy team, and you also have to rotate with your own heavies, I don't think turbo is much needed. So yeah, I don't know. Gunline drive, big question mark for me. But I mean, he was top damage last round, so we will give him the benefit of the doubt.
We'll give him a pass on that one. Okay, as we now see, the Beyond tanks making their way towards the 2-cap. The Kranwagens was spotted in C3, and I believe also the Kranwagen in F8 was spotted. So, yeah, the Polish guys know that there is no real commitment because, or as of yet, because, well, if Kranwagens get spotted and they're spotted again on both sides, that means it is very unlikely that a push is going to happen because two of the very important push tanks are split apart from each other. We now see that, yeah,
I mean,
passive push that Kubruk has
he
is
spots
still
the
working
T100
well.
and the 113. I guess he's providing all the relevant information. Now the only question is, and that's always the question, first of all, is the position good for spotting? Second, is it not getting blind fired? Because if the position is too good and it's too obvious, then yeah, you might end up spotting everyone, but the people are
I mean, if you
firing
take a look
back.
at the house behind him, he did actually fell the tree there
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
probably to bait
Maybe
the
he,
Beyond
he
guys.
sent his friend in the bed chat there to knock over the tree. Obviously an option as well.
And this is the classic Morabanka gameplay since basically, I think, WGL times as well. If you don't commit 1 cap, you go for 2 cap. It's going to be a long game and you somehow need to take care of the enemy spotter. That's what we're seeing here right now. I think both teams should be very, very aware of this fact. They should be used to this scenario as well.
I mean, at least Albert has moved up now. He's no longer sitting on K0. Okay.
Okay.
That's
Woku.
also one of the standard things, that you drive a couple of rounds through the trees there and try to knock over the trees into the cap circle.
However, I don't think he would be getting into those bushes simply because Koperk has CVS.
Yeah, but you can like you see the tanks on G3, and they probably know the positions that they have to blind fire, and you can bait some shots into the
Yeah, you
tree.
see he's getting spotted so far before he even gets into the cap.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good try with knocking over the trees, but as long as Koperk is there in that bush with the T100, they are. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Like, what am I supposed to say? Time is ticking though. 3 minutes 25 seconds still remaining, and if Beyond doesn't want to give over the pick of sides for the possible tiebreaker, then they need to do some damage still. I like that rule. Tiebreaker would be steps.
Yeah. Nails was just writing me. He hopes that the first game was entertainment enough, and I'm like, is that you telling me that the next one will not be very entertaining? Yeah. So received a shot of damage is now down to 1,118, and I
Shorty
feel like
now being sent up in the batchat. I think he's supposed to counter the T100. When will he get spotted is the question. Now he makes it to the house, but I think he's locked in that position now. He has no speed to get out of it. And
speed
if he tries...
and power.
Okay, here we go. Yannick now also driving. He's spotted immediately, taking a tracking shot. That is huge here for the side of Postro, taking another one down to a one-shot for even the T100 LT now. He makes it to the house, and Koperk gets spotted for killing him, obviously being chased out of the bush now, 376, and Albert with the batchat and the long-range snipes. I guess we can give him the pass for having the IRM, is able to secure the kill on the T100, which has just been traded now. This means no easy cap information for Postro from now on.
Are we sending the STRV into the cap circle now? Is that the play?
Oi, oi, oi. I mean, it does auto-bounce the S-Conks, but it does get overmatched by 277s and Wheezies. Double cap here now with the batchat, and Shorty, I believe, with the other batchat is going to make it a triple cap now. 30 seconds remaining.
I have to say, I'm very disappointed by the coordination with the second Kranwagen. Like, you can see one Kranwagen here is positioned to provide shots. The 113 also good position immediately there to support, and Shocker, like, he's so far out of the game. Like, why is he moving that late when he knows what his teammates are doing? We're not talking about random.
10 seconds, now they're all spotted. The STV directly taking a reset shot. Cap is back up to 38, and I believe, yeah, they're not gonna just sit in there. Conrad's gonna melt now from all the tanks with the clips. However, the resets are here, and 45 seconds only remaining. Wilhelm in the STV immediately getting picked up,
Yeah,
dying.
sorry, I have to say, I hated
Conrad,
that strat. That was terrible.
Yeah, it's, the thing is, Conrad was able to drive so far towards the cap. That was the thing. Like, they didn't have the Kranwagens in position to immediately punish the S-Conk for the crossing.
Yeah, and with 20 seconds left and 3k HP down, I don't really expect any wonders.
And also
the previous
thing
game
is,
was very close. The T100 survived with 700 HP, and you can see how much HP there is left. 8,000 HP is left onto the blue tanks, so I'm not expecting this to end up with Beyond having more damage in their attack.
This is Pozdro just taking the easy W here. They are gonna pick sides now, and as I said, tiebreaker is steps. So we're gonna see. There are some other results in as well. We're just gonna check them all out.
Moore versus Storm, providing us with another tiebreaker. I will move that to the side.
If you want, I can join that game, and you keep spectating that.
Yeah, if you want, we can do that.
Or I can go 5 Atatatar, because that starts in 2 minutes, basically.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, you have the two results there. So first game on top, and let's see. Okay, so the first. Yeah, that's the tiebreaker that we will watch on Keyhand's screen in a moment. That's Nomi versus Stronkodax. Then there is a tiebreaker between Rematori Isperti and Please Nerf HE. Oh my god. Ligma versus Not Worth a Try. Also a tiebreaker. Gecko making short work of All In. I guess that was to be expected. IQ Low Rolled winning against Esport is not a sport. Wire winning 2-0, and Freilos also winning 2-0. Yeah, we talked about the tiebreakers already. We will have a tiebreaker between Beyond and Postro, a tiebreaker between Moore and Storm, and the tiebreaker here, Ligma versus Not Worth a Try, and Rematori Isperti versus Please Nerf HE. Oh my god. While we are watching Nomi versus Stronkodax on Keyhand stream.
So I didn't find either Nomi or Stronkodax in the mod, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nomi spawning on the defensive side. So we have 113. I see. No. 113, IS7, Kran, S-Kong, Batchat, T100. For defense, and for the offense, we have Yurai in the 113, then double IS7, 1 Kran, 1 S-Kong, 1 Batchat, and a T100. So both sides here on steps with a T100, actually.
I will switch to yours. Now you have
so
the
here
control.
You have the lineups once again, and in we go. Yeah,
so in the red team you can see Stronkodax. In the blue team there is the Nomi team. Sokol mounting turbo on his T100. I think that's actually a good decision because he's doing such an aggressive run and he will just be faster in the relevant spotting positions. Yeah, he spots out the Batchat.
What was that shot?
I mean, he just tried. Why not? T100 is not an autoloader.
Okay,
so.
He does see IS7 and Kranbang as well. So that is very, very important. So he knows there is commitment coming. IS7s, they do not stop here. The Kranbang is being sent towards the 0 line. And now the IS7's actually taking the inner route here, not directly going towards the cap. Or I guess actually you could call that a direct way, but they're not going to cross over. And we can see a lot of blue tanks here just waiting in a trap for any kind of commitment onto the cap, which is obviously not coming. The Kranbang on the 0 line is going to have a very, very good time against all of this. We can already see him bouncing shots off of Miku's turret in the S-Conk.
Yeah, I guess now the important thing for the red team is what is happening in the south. You can see a 113 and Batchat will now follow the T100. And yeah, I would say very standard stuff that they will find the IS7 there in A4, A5, sitting hull down, waiting to receive a push.
Also take a look at the bottom left. Marcel there sitting with the Kranbang is going to be very, very nasty to dig out because the 113 and the S-Conk can cover. And on the other side, meanwhile, the T1...
Yeah, just click on the tank again.
Okay, good. On the other side, meanwhile, we have the T100 advancing. And he is going to have the bat chat in support. That it should be here. There we go. And yeah, Crazy Luciano, he is obviously going to outspot the IS-7, but that is not really a lot of info that he's generating with that. The IS-7 there is super standard stuff. He doesn't even see him yet, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, he's just carefully driving closer. Now he should be spotted. Yep. So Jordan is spotted, and yeah, now it's basically their decision. So usually, if you take a look at the, maybe you can open the minimap.
M?
M, exactly. So you can see there bulk of tanks positioned on the inside on the 890 line. So you have basically two options if you don't want to push into it. You can take the inner courtyard as the IS-7s did already, and try to separate the IS-7 on A4, then push into that and try to cap with your T100. This way you will hold down basically the lines that Key was already telling. Or what you can do is that you muster all your forces and bring it towards a push onto those tanks on the 890 line. And yeah, and the IS-7 that sits on A4 will then be out of game. He will be too late to join, and hopefully you have separated enough HP with this nearly 3000 HP on the IS-7 that you can survive the push. Yeah, and it looks like the push is what it's going to be. Guess you can change back to the bed chat or something. Very nice drawing.
Kurva. Here we go. Okay, so the IS-7s actually have pushed up, and obviously with their turrets, they're going to be able
to your right.
to suppress a lot of stuff. And here in comes the push, and it also comes into the crossfire that Marcel is going to give. He does one shot on the bat chat, does a second one, does a third, and now he should be fairly hold down. And in comes the support from the remaining tanks, while also the IS-7s are pushing in from the upper line. Obviously, Marcel is going to be reloading, but the two bat chats have already fallen. In come the IS-7s like sledgehammers ramming into the blue tanks here. And now T100, S-Kong, they're all getting pulled. Also the IS-7 that was on the other side, the T100 trying to do what he can, but meanwhile HP are being traded left, right, and center. But I think fronts have been established. The problem still is Marcel in the Kranwagen. Finally, he does get removed, but not without doing a second clip, I would imagine. And for the HP, it looks completely even. The problem is that the blue team, they need to get their HP into the fight, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, I need to quickly actually join the other game, otherwise we will miss that. And then we will be back with your action.
And action it is indeed. The Kranwagen Toxic up there trying to get away. The T100 should be able to pick him up in time. We're going to have to see. Yeah, Crazy Luciano not able to save him. And now the HP, they are still dead even. It's about, the guns that are getting picked up. It's also dead even 3 against 3 here. Crazy Luciano is able to isolate a one-on-one against Twist, who is trying to help against Uri, who is himself shooting at Sokol. And this is just, everywhere, all around. And oh, that is huge here, that Sokol actually takes a shot at the S-Kong, and the IS-7 still has to waste his complete reload. Sokol now down to a one-shot here. Crazy Luciano is going to try to do what he can, but it's going to be Uri to pick him up. And now 13 HP remaining on the 113, and Crazy Luciano, he is going to try to shield his ally in the 113 here. We will see if Jordan resorts to HE, but yeah, one shot now is the IS-7, and he doesn't even connect his shot, so that's going to be it. The team on the right here is taking the W in the tiebreaker.
Yeah, and with all that being said, we can immediately switch to our game between Beyond and Postro. I will fix the scoreline immediately. There we go. And also the teams have to be moved. One moment. Okay. Yeah. Tiebreaker is on steps. We saw steps being played already, and look at this lineup. Double bad chat and a Fosh B for Postro, together with double S-Kong, Kranwagen, IS-7. A more standard lineup, I would say, for Beyond. Double 113, double Kranwagen, an STB and a bed shed. What do we think about the Foshby?
I mean, I'm not sure what I mean. I guess he's going to take the Batchat position in A2-3. And he has like one more shot in his clip and a bit of armor, but like, it's a weird from me.
I mean, as long as the Fosh is not spotted, you could also expect it behind the stone here, like putting the Fosh somewhere here. And
yeah, either there or
and you
maybe on
can-
the spawn actually, like you know, where people camp in randoms. Yeah, exactly where
yeah,
the
where
Batchat
the
is right
Batchat
now.
is, yeah. So, interesting stuff here. Yeah, as you could see, Shorty blinding his first clip into the other bush. So, yeah, the Batchat from here shooting the bushes here, but looks like Fosh was aware of that. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on what to think about the Fosh, but I guess that is not the most important thing right now, as yeah, the initial positions were taken. You can see a bit of a new position that we haven't seen before. Yeah, the 113 there.
And the thing is, he's also not getting spotted, so he's, or is he? Which one is in the middle? No, Yannick is not getting spotted in his 113, so he's going to relay the information that there very likely is no one on the sea line in the bushes spotting from there.
Yeah, Shocker is trying to HE over some trees, so he can sit there unspotted. A lot of blind shots flying into the knocked over tree. See, I think he's, yeah.
Ooh, beautiful shot actually.
On cam.
On cam, caught in 4K.
Yeah.
Actually only 1080p, but
Oh, it's actually in 2K.
ooh.
Yeah, in 2K.
Yeah, but not for the stream.
Yeah, no, I downsized that. But yeah, so Beyond versus Postro still running, 0 HP. Dropped so far. You can see Shorty is now getting spotted. He's in a position that we earlier saw, the T100 outspotting the IS-7. And I have to say, we are nearly at 3 minutes time that was, yeah, used. Let's call it used. And nothing really happened.
No, Beyond seems to be slowly but surely playing the information game, but at one point or another, they will start having to play the actual game, and I think that's what they're doing now, rotating over the double Batchat. They're doing the long rotate, which ensures they will not get spotted, and then I think we will see some kind of 2-cap commitment, because there isn't really time for much else. I mean, the moral support is there, as the planes flying overhead are going towards that direction as well. Air support ensured, but if that is going to make the difference remains to be seen, as now finally all tanks by Beyond are almost grouped up, and then I think we should see the commitment immediately. Shocker getting spotted out in the STB is a bit weird for them, but it is all about when the heavy tanks get spotted and how much how many kills and how much HP advantage they generate with the initial engagement. Finally, all of them are spotted here, and this means the damage from the side of the team in red should be coming in shortly, as now finally the cross over the low side is going on. Wilhelm not really taking a lot of damage for this, I don't think. Shorty taking some shots in the Batchat, and now the question is for Beyond, what now? They are leaving the STB behind, which is probably going to be able to do snipes, but he'll not be able to share his HP. And now finally they are going on, but I think they're hitting some sort of, problem here, as they aren't really able to commit in. They're losing so much HP for this. The HP advantage starting to surmount. Yannick in the 130 now going close, trying to push the Krandang and the S-Conk off the hold down, but yeah, Shorty losing all of his HP with that Batchat trade, going down and out of the game, and this is looking good for the my goodness, for the defending team.
Yeah, now the Fosh B also in position, so those HP can be used to, I guess, the STB. Keep the STB busy, or the STB.
And now the Fosh B is coming in, and he's gonna secure victory. With the 6 shots he has in his clip, he'll just be able to melt Mystery Bob or pick up the kills. One of them gets stolen from him already. Wilhelm down and out of the game. The IS-7 pushing here, trying to ram the Kranwagen to death, which actually happens. The Fosh B coming in with another ram, and there is the next kill. And now the STB Shocker in the back.
I have
Not
to
really
say,
able to do
if you
much.
take a look at the HPs now, you also see a big problem with the focus fire. Like, you had so many low HP tanks. I mean, basically everyone was low HP beside the Fosh B that was sniping in the back.
Yeah, the problem is that they did not pull through with their push, and if you don't do that, then you aren't able to finish off the kill shots because they all can reverse into cover.
Yeah.
So simply because they stopped with their push, that is why they weren't able to finish off the enemy tanks.
Yeah, true. So yeah, we have to see how the teams will work on their steps attack. We saw 2 steps attacks now, and neither of them was successful. So first was driving into the crossfire with the Kranwagen, right? Yeah, it was a Kranwagen. And yeah, this one basically ending up just losing too much HP on the way towards the enemies.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to say, by the way, both Beyond attacks on Muro and on steps didn't convince me.
Yeah. I mean, the first one was shit, and this one was shit. Yeah. Yeah. Not much to say from my
Nope.
side. The first
This
one was
means
shit, the second one was also shit.
this
This means we have our semi-finalists. Yeah, that is group. Let me switch the scene.
I think we might have to spectate Postro again. I don't really see crazy other matches. IQ Laurel against
Okay,
Ligma.
we have Freilos versus the winner of Pulagil and Turbo Pineapples. We have Wire versus Mirek. That
Could it be that you forgot to put me into the Freilos team?
No. They just the game isn't.
The game is not open.
The others haven't finished their game. So we have Mirek versus Wire. We have in group 2, as we just saw, Postro winning. They will play against Strong Kudax, and Please Nerf HE. Oh my God, against Gecko7. And in group 3, we have Storm playing against T17C. And IQ Laurel versus Ligma. And I would say Storm should win. I would say the previous 2 games of Storm had stronger opponents than what I would think T17C is. Yeah. So yeah, they won against Moore 2-1. They won against LTP 2-0. And obviously before against Ugandan's Elite, and that is the Beer Holland team, and Virgin Generation, which made it into the semifinals last time. So yeah, so I would say Storm will play against the winner of Ligma and IQ Lowroad. Maybe you can make a 5-minute poll and put in like IQ Lowroad versus Lig, then Gecko7 versus Please Nerf HE, and whatever else you want to watch.
Wait, I'm setting it up.
Maybe
but yeah,
Wire
you can go
against
to break screen
Propelos.
and we set it up.
Yeah. So we will be back in 7 minutes, 6 minutes, roughly 6. And yeah, hope you enjoy the stream. See you in 6 minutes. we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for our first best of 5 match today. We will play in the match between Gecko7 and Please Nerf HE. Oh my god.
I want Gecko7 to win, just so you don't have to say it anymore.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
have interesting lineups. Double French autoloader for Gecko7 with a Batshot and a 50B. Double Czech autoloader with VZ55s and 3 CS63s. On the other team, we have a triple 277, Kranwagen, TVP, CS, and a VZ55. So 3 heavies against 5, considering that the 50B is pretty lightly armored. Yeah, the defenders have a way heavier setup.
The thing is, though, Gecko should be able to secure the hill if they want it. Simply because they have the triple CS. Yes, the TVP can clip out, and maybe the CS... maybe if Fredal blocks in his CS, then they can't go up with the triple CS, and the TVP can clip out from lower side, something like that. Batshot should also be reloaded in time. It's all going to be about this engagement here now. We see Fredal not blocking anyone, just immediately spotting Ricochet there, trying to shoot down while still in fast mode, so that's not going to work. Dark Ninja is actually going to make it up. Ali taking already some damage in his Batshot.
And the HPs are looking pretty good for the red team. I mean, just as I was saying it, big fire from Hannes onto the 277. HPs immediately even again, and now the repush is coming. It looks like the auto-loading Czech heavies are approaching here onto Bull Italian. But yeah, a bit of a stalemate here. I would say positional advantage still for the blue team. But now, yeah, you can see Hannes taking brunt of the damage. The autoloaders, yeah, emptying their clips into him.
And now there is a push coming onto Luca as well, but Alan is not a beast. He just bounced his shot. Reaper going down to a one-shot. Bubu l'Italien dropping down to 1k HP. Reaper also down and out of the game now. Aubrey coming in with his 50B, while Fredal over pushes the other side with his CS onto Ali. And yeah, the HP hugely in favor of Team Gecko7 here now. The TVP trying to even it out by clipping. Alan is beast on 7 HP now, about to get picked up by Alio, I believe. And yeah, there we go. Luca now chasing more Chromosome. And yeah, both of them are on reload. That's why we so far only see a ram. But should be easily cleaned up here by the attackers. And there we go, 1-0 for Gecko7.
That final result speaks a clear language. Nearly 5k HP left and 4 tanks still standing. So yeah, maybe they should have not only nerfed HE but also nerfed Aubrey's threats. Or nerf... Yeah, I mean the team play was just... I wouldn't say that anyone really stands out, but you can see the pen rates are all pretty okay. That's not... I mean, the pen rate of Ali is also pretty okay. He just missed 3 shots.
Yeah, I guess 100% pen rate, but only 40% hit rate. But yeah, overall, it just felt cleaner, more cohesive by the team Gecko7. It just felt like they were more used to playing with each other, covering each other better. And we see on the other side, once you have tanks going out with 0 damage, that always just hurts. You hate to see it.
You hate to see it. Yeah. Yeah, while you can talk about the post-battle lobby and the tanks to be picked, I will refill my water and I will be back before the next game starts. So 2 minutes of Keyhand entertainment moments.
As long as it's not Hans entertainment. Yeah, best of 5s are here now, as we have arrived at the semifinals, and I'll walk you through the results very quick. The Unspeakables, aka the team HANS whatever, against Mirek's team, Equipas Ekstraklasi. Mirek actually with the 1-0 here. Then we just watched Gecko7 taking the 1-0 over Please Nerf HE. Oh my god. Storm winning out against T17C. I think those are players from Asum's community clan. So yeah, I guess not completely surprising that they are taking the victory there. And IQ low rolled actually with a high roll regarding the result as they take the 1-0 over Ligma. And also Stronku Ducks with a 1-0 over Pozdro Pochvic. So yeah, the Polish team that we just saw win on steps against Beyond, apparently trailing. Also Freilos, unsurprisingly, 1-0 over Pulagel. Okay, other than that, you can already see the lineup for Gecko7's defense. There is quadruple autoloader and triple CS. The autoloaders consisting of a Batchat and triple tech heavy with the WZ55. This again suggests that Gecko7 basically wants to take the hill and play positional game after it. But we're gonna see. There also is the cap on the lower side where the defenders spawn, which sometimes can be an option, but to be honest, on Cliff most of the time, it's not about cap, it's all about kill. And on the other side, I mean, Phil is not there to press the tap button right now. Well, oh, crazy stuff here. The attackers coming in with 1 Kran, triple 277, 1 DZ, 1 Batchat, and 1 CS.
Yeah. I would say Gecko again. They have roughly 1k HP less and obviously also lacking the heavy tanks, but overall you can balance that out with better positions that you can reach in your faster vehicles. And
Aubrey
yeah,
flexing
they're
Lava
also
Ocean, by the way.
they're also defending now, so that's by the way
see
not
what happens
Lava
here.
Ocean.
What did the Batchat do? What did Neptic just do? Like he fell down somewhere for some reason, lost HP, and now he's behind.
But yeah,
Oh
it's
my.
not Lava Ocean, by the way.
Not lava, it looked like it. I don't know. I wouldn't know because I don't have it. Sad.
Unlucky. Yeah, Aldio reached the hill, that Ninja reached the upper position, that's what we were talking about. The speed of the CS63s, and you can see the HPs are dropping on both sides, but now HPs are even. Aldio found the Batchat as well, and I would say positions are firmly in favor of the blue team, as long as they don't get collapsed on while the Batchat is out of game. You can see it at G8, there's a Batchat trying to make their way around the hill. Now the CS Ricochet has a great position of providing crossfire, but 1 HP dropping immediately, and if the focus fire is well enough, maybe they can pick up Hannes without getting any further damage, but it just takes way too long. You can see the HPs are still not getting closer, and why is Hannes still not dead?
Yeah, I don't know. Hannes doing a great job of staying alive here, and when now getting picked up by Alio.
I don't know. How did he survive for so long?
Yeah, I mean, the VZ, once it's reloading, has a difficult time killing anyone. But yeah, Alio with another shot from above onto Reaper. That is brutal crossfire coming out. And yeah, the HP once again telling the story here. 4,000 to 2.7k, and Bubu biting the dust here. Neptic seems to be reloaded in the Batchat, not sure here. No, he's actually reloading, getting bullied by VZ and CS now. Gets picked up. Aubrey falls to Reaper, but yeah.
Yeah,
494 HP.
I really have to say, Ricochet wasn't really able to share his HPs, but this crossfire position on D4 is a really strong defensive position, especially if people are pushing in like this. And yeah, Ricochet waiting for Alio to get killed. Ensuring the double chevron as well.
Oof. Oof. Alright, but there we go. Gecko7 with the quick 2-0 on Cliff here against What was the other team name? Please nerf HE, oh my god.
Yes.
But as we are in the semis, it's best of 5 now. So one more chance.
Yeah, as I was saying, Ricochet with the double chevron. 4,000 damage, 2 kills. Easy pickup. Yeah, that's a 2-0 scoreline, and we can take a look at the other scores. Yeah. 1-1 between Team Wire and Team Mirek. We have a 2-0 between Storm and T17C. Also 1-1 between IQ Lowrolled and Ligma. Looks like this is staying close. Freilos was leading before 1-0 against Pulagel, and I don't think there is a new update on this match so far. I mean, this Cliff game was very quick. Postro being down 0-1 against Stronkodax, and all the other games were updated already earlier. So
Postro against Stronko 1-1 now.
Yeah, Stronkodax also losing their attack. Both teams won their attack, right? Yeah, both teams
Possibly,
won their attack. Yeah, so as this is a best of 5, we will have 3 maps to be played in total. We now saw 2 rounds of Cliff, and as you can see here, the next map to be played is Mines. Aubrey's team will be on the attacking side in round 1. So yeah, they have 3 match points now. That means if they don't make their first game on Mines attack, they will still have their chance of defending on Mines after that.
And also we are drawing ever closer here to the start of the match. You can see the players starting to ready up their tanks with half a minute to go. So far we see excuse me, double 113, triple BZ and a CS. It's only remaining to be seen what Rico will bring here, and it is a secondary CS also. On Mines, let's see who is defending. Gecko7 will attack. So that is why we see a very, very fast and versatile lineup. The 113s, you can either push island or support the CSs, maybe trying to take the hill. It all depends, obviously, on the setup that your enemy brings, and that one looks also very, very brawly with 113, triple VZ, and triple CS. This means the defenders here have priority over the hill.
Yeah, you basically exchange 1 CS against 113. The 2-shot autoloader from the VZ55 is reloaded when reaching the hill. So yeah, it's mostly about where the teams decide to go at the beginning, and yeah, I hope we will see a big brawl in the middle.
Yes, as we do see Wen directly going towards the middle with his CS. He's going to be the only one. The other 2 CSs are directly crossing over the K-line, and Ricochet might be able to spot them. However, Ricochet is in the open here for the 113, which immediately does a shot of damage, down to 1200 HP. He should go safe though, and to be honest, the damage that the CSs took for the crossing wasn't that convincing.
I mean, if you compare Freydal's HP with Ricochet, before he took the shot, they basically had the same amount of HPs, while the other CS also dropped some HP. But they lost the hill control, so the defending team is now in firm control of the middle end of the hill, and they're immediately also pushing up towards the island positions. So we will have to see how the blue team will recover from this positional loss.
Yeah, also on the 1 line, one of the CSs got pushed up towards G1. So that is another crossfire angle on towards the 2 cap possibly. Should Gecko7 choose to attack there. However, now we're seeing once again the rotation by Gecko7 towards the 1 line. I guess they will hope to overpush there.
I really like what the VZs are doing there. they leave the 113 very aggressive. They have the spot from the CS on top, and you can see that the 4 shots from the VZ55s from the bottom immediately.
Already one line
so
push
much
spotted.
damage. And they lose the first tank, and he's even blocking Dark Ninja, who's losing all his speed now. Doesn't really matter because the autoloaders are empty anyway, but Hannes also has to turn his turret, taking another shot from the hill. Dark Ninja does not high roll him, so another shot will come from the CS. And you can see the double VZ55 is now re-pushing into Hannes and Dark Ninja. They're taking some shots from Alio in the back, and I'm not sure if that was a good timing. Maybe they could have done it a bit earlier while they were
to be
reloading.
honest, I'm not a fan of this repush because they're pushing into Crossfire, and like, yes, they have big clips, but they're limited. But now, now the CS is coming in. That's finally the Crossfire gone, so the VZs can reload all they want and all day long. And yeah, now it's just the gun advantage here that should do it for the red team, but the HP, they are still almost even. There, the pickup comes through onto Aubrey. That's another gun gone for WoT7. You see Alio, Ali, and Ricochet just desperately trying to hold on, but yeah, 2 of them getting picked up already. And Alio, the ninja, left with damage farm.
Yeah, I mean, Ricochet was not able to pick up the incoming VZ55 by Alanis Beast, so this time the tank actually held the shot, and yeah, he was able to withstand those pressure. He was the one driving in first, so he had like 2k HP or something, and immediately lost like 1.8, and then survived with 100 HP left. And there are more results. So yeah, while we provide you with an overview over this game, obviously like scoreline now 2-1. You can take a look at the damage. 777 from Alan, also 7 penetrating hits from Reaper. Good shooting by the CS tanks. Yeah, overall solid performance.
Freilos against Pulagel is now 1-1, by the way. Oh. And yeah, so the only game or match to be finished is the semifinal in between T17C and Storm so far. Storm with a clean sweep 3-0. And now we see teams are already ready. I mean, WoT7 is at least, and they have this time a Super Conk, triple VZ, triple CS. Obviously, it will all like depend on what the enemy brings. Also, I want to say about that last game, it just felt like every move that WoT7 was making had already been expected by the defenders.
Yeah, I think the only reason that it was that close, I mean, it wasn't really that close. I mean, you can see it's a 7-1, but the HPs were pretty low on several of the tanks. Was the repush timing, where the CS from the back was able to put in a couple more shots, and Aubrey was also able to empty another clip. But overall, I would say very solid defense on mines. Yeah, let's take a look who is actually playing in Puyagel, because I was expecting them to be the clear underdog in that match, and it looks like they're giving Smiley a hard time. So it's a Gion. Yeah, it's a team from Gion. So that would mean a Polish team fighting here against, I think it's a full German team, Phylos?
I don't know. Click on Phylos.
Yeah, I mean, it's Smiley, Feli, Baron, Schock. No, Schock is in Campingplatz. Who is there from the raid team? Old Kings should be there, Katja should be there, and Alexandros. I think that's the team. But yeah. next round is not between those, but between Gecko7 and Please Nerf AG. We have an E5, a very nice tank to see here against, yeah, I guess the Super Conk. That would be the fair match. 113s against VZs, another VZ for Ellen, and triple CS on both sides.
I'm fighting the urge so hard to say Alan. All right, you probably don't know it, but like it's a Jurassic Park. Okay, never mind. Anyway, people are going to the middle. This is going to spell a clash of the CSs and supportive tanks. After we see double CS directly going up the hill, huge ram coming out onto Frendal, and Ricochet meanwhile tries to ram Ali into safety. There's a lot of damage coming in on both sides, but Fredal is the one feeling the heat first as he goes down, and this now means 3 versus 2 guns on the hill, and one of them is one shot for the side of G on. And yeah, they can't really cross over and up with the 113s either, because the VZs are hungrily waiting, and now the overpush on the hill is coming with a double CS, trying to go for Wen. That puts one nice shot in between the rocks here, but now they are there. There's no running, there's no hiding. It's 2 guns against 1. It's not a fair matchup. He is going to lose it probably. Nice ram, putting Alio down to a possible 2-shot. But yeah, I think he makes him a 1-shot, but that should be game here on the hill. And
that should be match as well. I mean, 7 tanks still alive for the team in blue. Now the 113 drops as well, and if we don't see a miracle, then even the beast himself will not be able to win this
game. No, we're not going to see a miracle just because he's not in this game, you know. Okay. Congrats
it was
to
nearly
Gecko
as
7.
bad as your Jurassic Park joke.
All right, on we go. Congrats to Gecko 7 for qualifying for the finals. I think as long as there are other matches, we can spectate those as well. So partial results are in. Pozdro Pochvic with the 2-1 over Strong Kudaks. So coming back strong here. And we just saw Please Nerf AG versus Gecko 7 3-1. IQ low rolled again in front against Ligma.
Yeah, I guess we will immediately watch that game and put some pressure onto the team that is on match point.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, overall, very, very good stuff from the team from Gecko 7. The Mines attack was bad, but the other stuff all was pretty good.
I wouldn't even say that the Mines attack was bad. I would say that it was just really well played by the defending team.
Yeah, all that. It just seemed like the defenders were always one step ahead, mentally.
Yeah, but it was not like some Murovanka attack by Beyond where they're like waiting 5 minutes, clueless on what they should do.
Yep. That is scum, by the way.
Yeah, it was not on stream, no worries.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a quick 1 minute and 41 seconds game, 101 seconds. And I really like this triple E5 there on Mines.
Ooh. It's going to be interesting to see how it fares against either 113s or S-Kongs or whatnot, whatever the other team is going to throw at them. Yeah, E5s after the buff are pretty good, but sometimes Kizu is still wondering how he's getting penned because the Cupola actually did not receive a buff. And next result in Freilos against Pulagil, 2-1. So Smiley's team winning another round against the G-On guys.
Manticore on Mines.
Manticore on Mines.
I mean,
this
is their attack, right? Yeah, that's their attack. So maybe the Manticore will go into the bush area at the beginning, like the basically crossing the water into this small bush to to have his CS and maybe the VZ as well snipe onto the island cross, and then you can drive into the like the bushes in the what is it, the one cap, basically the eastern cap next to the small city, something like
The
that.
thing is, I think with a Manticore and only double CS, I don't think he can contest the hill.
I mean, it obviously depends. If the enemy team has very slow lineup, then you can still decide to do something else. Talking about slow lineups, we have, let me quickly, add the team name. So we have a 50B, an IS4, double E5, so we have 5 E5s in this game. 1 CS, 1 for 30U, and a VZ55. I don't think you would disagree with me saying that now the attacker are for sure able to contest the hill if they want to.
Yes. The thing is, the Manticore sort of suggests that he will go to 2-3 line first to spot the K line crossing. So there will be snipers for that. At least that's what the Manticore suggests. The thing is, are they actually going to commit the snipers, or are they going to go full hill? It looks like the attackers are going full hill right now. And yeah, the 430U, a curious pick. We haven't seen one so far, I believe, this qualifier, doing the K-line cross. Obviously, good thing for the 430U is that it has comparably very, very good camo. I think
The
you should still
430U
get...
is unspotted. Maybe he had like unlucky timing or something?
He does have low noise exhaust, so maybe that's why he didn't get spotted.
Oh yeah, he has turbo and low noise exhaust. Yeah, so strat leaked. Now the Manticore obviously leaves unspotted as well.
And I don't think he sees the 430U.
Nope, no, he didn't.
So they are unaware, lacking critical information. But yeah, as you said, Manticore now going over towards the eastern side to possibly cap behind the house in the one cap. We shall see. He can also just stand somewhere in the open because the vines there, they do provide spotting cover, and they have control of the hill, so he's not going to get spotted from there either.
Itox obviously being positioned there in a very good position for an IS4, hull down towards the cap, might be able to give some blind shots. And it looks like Weekendak is the first one to drive forward. He takes the safe route, ends up behind the building, and is now side scraping off that building here. You can see the E5 obviously with the cupola on the left side is pretty good in side scraping towards the other side. Manticore has started the cap. You can see he's trying to navigate the vehicle into a position where you can see, ooh, now he is capping again. So
that is crazy. It looks almost like he's not in the cap currently.
I mean, if you take a look at his turret, most of the part is in the cap circle. Yeah, Itox took one shot for his approach of getting a bit closer. We can take a look at how many HE shells he has. 4 HE shells in the IS4. So he might be able to just splash behind the building at the time he realizes that that there's a tank behind that. Yeah, Attila, or now called Attiquel, made his way around the
the Manticore actually taking a shot here that I don't think he needed to.
Yeah, I guess that's just the players being impatient. And yeah, we will have to see.
I mean, repush is now coming onto the hill here, and they're driving into crossfire of 4 tanks. So CS, double E5 and VZ on the hill here for the IQ low roll team. I
really don't know what the CS is doing there. Was not able to give a shot in the beginning. Now look at all the time that he's using to relocate. Okay, Jgrave now taking the brunt of the damage, but he emptied his autoloader clip immediately. The HPs are looking very good for the for the attacking team, but a lot of HPs are out of the fight. Pussyquill on 2-shot now. He should be the next one to be focused by Psychopath Vase. 415 HP left. Itox dropping next. Same in the middle of 3 tanks. If he puts in one more, no, he will not be able to. And that looks like it's game over for Team Ligma.
Indeed, IQ low rolled with the superior amount of guns and also HP here. Unke getting shot from the side, from the back, from the front, just melting away, and now we only have Vervold, and he doesn't look like an Einstein here as he's about to drop off from the hill in his E5. Celebratory salute shots not yet coming out by IQ low rolled, but a very, very nice drop onto the E5 by Matzi. And we do have another team making it to the finals here. And yeah, the Quell family dropping out of the tournament.
Yeah, Octobeard just wrote that he got the reference to Jurassic Park immediately. You shouldn't worry.
All right, let's take a look at the other special battles. So Freilo is now winning against Pulagil 3-1. And Pozdro against Stronkudax is a 2-1 for Pozdro currently.
That means that this game will close anyway, and there will be a potential tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that means that we have finalists in Group 1. Freilos, which is the team around Smiley, against Muhek's team. And in Group 3, IQ low rolled against, should be Aubrey's team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Group 3, where is Group 3? Yeah, no, Storm actually. So let me refresh this and change the scene. Yeah. So Group 1, we have Freilos, who just won against Pulagil, against, let me click the update button. So yeah, here against Mirek's team. They met each other, I think, in the semi-finals last time. Postro against Stronkudax, they're still playing. Current score is
2-1 for Pozdro.
2-1 for Postro against Gecko7. And we will have Storm against IQ low rolled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, while we will be checking if there is a...
Postro just won 3-1.
Yeah, okay, Postro just won 3-1 against Stronkudax. That means we will set up the finals now and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, we are back for our, you can see it here, 3 final games. Freilos versus Prepalos. We have Storm versus IQ Lowrolled. And we have Postro versus Gecko. As you can also see, they have different start times. So best case, we will be able to pick up 2 of those games, or 1 game and then the rest of the other game. 30 seconds until the start, and the tanks are still being shuffled around. I was just talking with them on TeamSpeak and asking them if they can already give us some information on what is planned, and they were like, yeah, we cannot tell if we don't know either.
Oh, that's the best thing. It's also the tactic I use as an FC.
Yeah,
If
so
I don't know what I'm gonna do next, the enemy team can't know either.
yeah, that's what Saka is usually telling. Yeah, looks like they have finalized their lineup, and Keyhand is back as well. We are going into a game.
We are going into a game indeed, a game of Prokhorovka. First time and probably second last time we will see the map today. Yeah, immediately we notice HP advantage is on the side of Freilos, because they're coming in with double IS7, double S-Conk, 1 VZ, 1 CS, and 1 T100. Meanwhile, yeah, on the other side we see 113, double IS7, 1 Kran, 1 Batchat, 1 CS, and Holy Talks completing the lineup with a T100 as well.
Yeah, so Axel Sandros is driving in with his T100, trying to get some early information. Same happens on the other side, so roughly 700 HP difference between those two teams, 750. And yeah, Holy Talks driving pretty low, I would say. So you can see the IS7 in the back was spotted by the T100 from the German team, and now CS and IS7 are pushing on the 2 line, and they are
I think
pushing
we saw that
into
tactic already. The CS pushing the IS7, and last time it worked beautifully because they were able to catch out 1 S-Conk in the corner. This time, however, not looking so good because there's a lot of tanks on the 1-2 line that actually formed up to do a push.
Yeah, but
Choo-choo
they are
train
all
and
spotted and they're driving in the open, so don't underestimate the Super Kong's ability to shoot from the middle area. You
I'm
can
not
see
sure
the
how good the
CS
shots
dropped
are.
already. Compare the HP from Manfred and from Enrico, so it's only 2 shots difference. The first gun is lost, but also they put in good shots onto Holy Talks. The only thing is that they lost the gun, but they're up 2k HP now, and if Alexandros is able to respot Holy Talks, we might even see a repush here. Now the Super Kongs, Old Kings and Farian are driving in. Golder should be able to spot them soon. Golder takes a shot, but Holy Talks retaliates on Old Kings, and what do you think should Philly do now?
Yeah, I think Feli needs to go and finish one of the tanks. He's got barely 1k alpha in his clip, and Enrico the Winter Soldier is about to get found by him. 1 shot, and the second one, indeed, Feli picks up 1 more gun, and now Golder is in a dire spot here, as there is 2 Super Kongs pushing him down to a 1 shot. He goes down and out of the game he goes. Now Pomeranz, the next one on the menu here for the team of the Germans. Katja ramming him, even getting the pickup on the ram kill. Feli should be reloaded soon, so he'll be able to pick up Holy Talks probably, and yeah, Mirek and Yayas in the Kranlang and the IS7 respectively are not really having a say in the matter of this game.
Yeah, Mirek and Yaya, as you can see it behind them. I mean, this match is pretty much over. They cleaned the IS7, that was Baron, who drove in and basically was used as a distraction maneuver. And those 2 heavy tanks were just way too slow to get back into the game. Now Farin in his S-Kong and Katja both approaching onto Mirek, and I don't see that game turning. So yeah, 1-0 for Freilos in their that was their attack. That was their defense. No, it's correct. On Prokhorovka.
Yep, that was a pretty aggressive defense, and once again, I believe we're seeing it work. And yeah, good stuff from the side of Hylos. And yeah, the other side. I mean, sides are going to be swapped now. So Prokhorovka normally is considered a defense-sided map anyway because of all the bushes that you have to clear as attacker, which can be very, very annoying. You constantly run the risk of losing your spotter to some unfortunate spotting mechanics going on there. Because if one T100 sits still with a CVS, then he will see the moving T100 earlier. So yeah, quite some defense-sided advantages, but overall 1-0, and it is still the finals, so best of 5, so nothing lost yet for the side of Trepelos. By the way, I swear if Mirek again picks a name like that, we rename him before tournament starts.
Please ready up your spectator tank as well. Yeah, so in 6 minutes we will have the start of the 2 other final games here. Storm versus Low IQ and Potstro against Gecko7. I have to say, I was not expecting those teams to meet in the final. There were a lot of other really good teams. And yeah, good stuff by both of those, making it into the last match before the group stage. We'll have to see if they pass the final test.
Lineup also almost complete here for the side of Freilos. Double IS7 so far, double S-Kong, 1 Batchat, 1 T100. And yeah, it's complete now. Katja picking the CS63 for their attack. The others are starting a bit later, so maybe if this match goes fast, we will be able to catch some matches from those as well. We'll see what will happen.
Yeah, just to already talk about what is happening later. We will, after this qualifier stage tomorrow, have a group stage with the 8 teams that either made it through the qualifier or made it into the top 2 last time. CSA and one of the Invil teams got invited. Those will be 2 groups of 4, joined by the teams that are now still fighting. Are they with 4 heavies on the defending side, 1 T100, a CS and a Batchat. What do you think about this double IS7 113? Those things don't really have the gun depression to work in the middle, but I mean they obviously provide you with some more mobility than a Super Conk.
I think that mostly, like, you can work with the IS7s in the middle. It's doable. You need to peak a bit higher than you normally would like to, and yeah, Golda in his IS7 directly getting sent towards the middle. Same for Yaya's. So I think that is the plan for them here, as we see Holy Tox coming in here.
I was already afraid of Alex driving into the tank track. So we can see only the T100 spotted so far. Obviously both spotting each other. Denying the spotting run towards the heavy tanks and mediums in the back. And yeah, the 2 Super Kongs from the team in red are now immediately positioning more towards this side, so they might take the positions here or even here. And comparable to what we see in 15 versus 15 from time to time, there is a push approaching with Katja pushing the IS7. Now it's very important when and if the T100 gets spotted, both from the red and the blue team. Holy Tox there, now spotted, getting big damage immediately, 200 HP and out of the game. Enrico in his Batchat needs to get spotted by Alex now. And yeah, the Super Kongs, as we were talking, took the E3
spotted
position in the meantime. Feli now clipping onto the Batchat. A fire coming in as well. Tactically waiting until the fire gets the kill to save a shot on the Batchat. The HPs are still pretty even, and now it's all on Mirek to join his IS-7 trends as soon as he can, because yeah, the 2-line is pretty much over already. Let's take a look at how Baron and Farin will be able to put in the last shots here. Kremelet's dropping to 1k, and Farin on his Super Kong using the rack, putting in another shot into Yaya's. Now Yaya's on 500 HP. Mirek might be even reloading. So that looks like a very clean 2-0 on Prokhorovka to me.
Yeah, indeed. Finally, the Kranwagen is reloaded, putting Farin down to a one-shot, and is probably going to re-peek for the kill here. But the problem is, it is 4 guns against 2, and the Kranwagen, obviously, he just expended his clip once again. So he's on reload. They're just going to push in Baron to take the shots, and then Feli is going to come from the back lines and is going to farm some more damage, I believe. Yeah, Baron now here. Axel Zandros with a nice shot and another fire into the IS-7.
What was that shot from Baron? Like, Baron's shot went here.
Yes.
Yes.
Case of severely unlucky RNG.
Okay, so 4 tanks left, nearly 5k HP, very similar from the result compared to the previous round, but this was pretty quick attack, and a victory during attack always helps you with a tiebreaker decision, so good stuff coming here from the German team.
And we see Old Kings and Farin, both in the Super Kongs, were able to farm a lot of damage here. The CS, obviously, he was just there for pushing, I believe it was Baron in the IS-7, not sure here. But yeah, he just enabled his team by pushing the IS-7 this far up. And once Holytox and Enrico were gone in the Batchat and the T100 respectively, there was no crossfire anymore. And then the 2-line was just cleaned up. And yeah, Mirek and Yayas, they weren't able to really join the game and have an impact. So we find ourselves on a 2-0 for Freilos, which in turn means match point and also tournament point here. They're gonna have 2 of those before we head to a possible tiebreaker, but first of all, we are going to head to a different map, which is Tundra. Some stuff going on in the chat here right now. I believe the team is weirded out by some stuff.
Yeah, I think they were confused about who is attacking and defending. I just quickly clarified that. Here you go with the post-game results again. And yeah, the other games have just started. We have Gecko versus Postro and Storm versus IQ Lowrolls. And with 1 minute left on the clock, we can already have a sneak peek onto their lineup.
Well, there's not a lot yet to see. It's double S-Kong and a VZ. So still the majority of tanks remains to be picked. 1E5 now coming in from Manfred.
Kranwagen.
Kran.
I would like to see one Batchat now. Or a CS that you can use at least one rotating vehicle. I mean, the VZ is pretty quick, but like if that lineup gets pushed by on one side while you're on the other side, like at least one more IS-7 or VZ that is very heavy.
S-Kongs seem to be Gucci.
Okay, so barely any rotation possible with only, I would say, 2 fast-ish tanks with the VZ and the Kranwagen. I mean, the E5 is a bit faster than a Super Kong, but not really meant for rotations either.
I mean, you know, they have a very good lineup because the majority of their tanks has Super in their name.
So they're having the superior lineup. Is that what you wanted to say?
The HP difference also there, as we see Old Kings with apparently not full field mods, as all the other S-Kongs have 2,720. But yeah, 4 S-Kongs, 1 Kran, 1 E5, 1 VZ for Freilos. Meanwhile, on the other side, very, very mobile stuff. Triple, 113, 1 Kran, double S-Kong, and a CS as well.
Yeah, you can see the CS will be the one to immediately go towards the northern area with all those heavy tanks on the side of Freilos. You have to be very careful that you don't split too much across the map, because as you can see on the map right now, thanks for the subswitch, this 113 can basically get spotted here or get spotted here, get some attention, and then you bait and maybe like bring a push through those parts or just push in here.
My computer seems to be dying at the moment.
Yeah,
so
Pomerad's put in a good shot into Manfred. I will just take over the cast for now. And the other tanks are still holding their positions. I really like what they're doing there with their Super Kongs. You can see it here. Katya now pushing a bit towards the north, trying to be able to cover both Feli and Manfred while staying unspotted. And Baron here and Old Kings together with Firen, they're aiming onto the cross. They're well prepared, and those tanks are probably quick enough to immediately rotate back towards this area, so they can shoot here and they can rotate here if needed. Having all those vision advantages, you can obviously say this would be a pretty decent way to attack, because a lot of tanks would be out of game, especially here the E5 and the Super Kong, and you might be able to pick up this Kong by shooting this way and eliminating this one. But
okay, we are fine again. Nice.
a lot of theory crafting. We will need to see what Mirek has prepared. They are with their back against the wall. It's 2-0 for Freilos already, and 2.5 minutes have nearly passed without anything happening.
And yeah, we'll see. The CS seems to keep staying in the north, and also the tanks that basically they were on the way to rotate south. Yeah, now they're going north again. And we'll see. I mean, the S-Kong and the E5 are the only two tanks north right now, and there is a small rotation downwards by one of the S-Kongs, I believe. But overall, it is going to be about how soon this push by Prepelos will get spotted by the team of Freilos, and then it is all about the reaction of the defending team. Okay. Yeah, not really a lot going on here currently, to be honest. Also, in case you are speaking, I don't hear you right now.
No, I didn't say anything. I was just
So you
commenting.
wanted
I was
to-
commenting on everything that was happening,
Ah,
and that was the result.
yeah.
You know, like if nothing is happening, you don't really need to comment on the nothingness.
So let's just enjoy the void of gameplay we are seeing here.
Yeah. Enrico moving forward. He was the 113 in the south, and it looks like they're grouping now towards a northern push.
And yeah, indeed, push seems to be incoming.
And you can
Feli
see in
is
the back
relocating
Katya
already.
immediately using the information that Feli is providing, getting somewhere towards the northern area to potentially cover Manfred there. Feli is now being heavily pushed down by the triple hull-down heavy there, double Super Conk and Kranwagen directly in front of him, having the higher ground on him. Feli losing a lot of HP, and we have 1k HP up, 2k HP up now for Prepelos. The repush is coming. Thanks, Jaggy, for the raid. And now we have to be really careful with how to use this repush, because Holy Tox is set up, Mirek is also set up, And the
They are getting
Kranwagen should be
Crossfire from the
reloaded
side.
soon.
They're getting
Enrico
Crossfire
and
so hard.
Pomeranz are both giving in shots. Look at the HPs. They are dropping. Red Ace Piece dropping. A gun was taken out, but Philly is also on a one-shot now. 6 guns against 6 with nearly 4k HP advantage for the Czech team.
Yeah, this
Katja
is
putting in another good one, but I don't think that this game is still winnable.
yeah, the thing is, the tanks that are out of the fight so far for Freilos are the ones with a lot of HP. So guns will start dropping here very, very soonish. Yeah, Baron getting picked up, Farin about to get blown to back to the garage, and
Rias missed.
that was so weird to see by the team of Freilos. Really, they
I feel like they just overreacted.
yeah, but I mean, Feli was dead
I
anyway.
think Alexandros is AFK.
Oh, well, he might be AFK after he saw what happened to his team, you know.
Yeah, no.
I mean, yeah. Just a lot of weird stuff going on here in this game.
Can you
Farin-
remove the permissions on competitive Discord for Mayo? Apparently
I will.
his Discord is having some issues. But yeah, so Farin being the next one, the last one to drop, and then we will close out this round for the first point for Prepper loss. That was, by the way, also a victory on attack. Yeah, on attack. So
But I don't think it was as quick as the Procom match, because they waited so long at the start. And other results are in. Storm winning out against IQ Laurel currently, and Pozdro winning out 1-0 against Gecko. Keep in mind, all of those games are best of 5. So nothing too crazy to worry about, again, for both trailing teams. In the game that we are spectating right now, Freilos is winning out against Przepalos. Currently 2-1, but Przepalos just got a very, very convincing attack victory on Tundra. We'll see if Freilos can come back from this, and if Alexandros is able to come back to the game. I mean, he seems to be online. Ah, okay, so his internet timeouted. Unlucky. Still match point for the Germans though, and it really seems like they are making up the tactics as they go here, as we already see quadruple IS-7.
I think the tiebreaker map is Himmelsdorf, so Baron as someone who was leading, and same for Katja in the past. I guess they will be able to provide at least a strat for Himmelsdorf.
I mean, we are not there yet.
Exactly. Yeah, apparently Smiley is still dining, so that could take a moment. And that's why they're playing without Smiley.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, 50 seconds still. Second bat chat getting picked. I think they are preparing for some sort of... This looks like some sort of all-in push.
But don't you think it's worth it to just mix the IS-7s with some... yeah, that was the 2-0 on Prokhorovka for Storm. The IS-7s with some 113s or 277s. Like, do you need those? I mean, what is the difference between an IS-7 and those other tanks? It's mainly it has some more HP, and it has the impenetrable turret, right? So you lack some heat penetration.
You also lack a bit of DPM, I would say.
And the DPM, exactly. Yeah, we will see. Kranwagens, Super Kongs, and 113s plus a VZ55. that lineup looks very defensive.
Yeah, if I
Propalos
had
with
to
7 heavy tanks.
If I had to guess, this is going to be either A or K line full commit by the German team Freilos.
Oh, you can also push the middle.
You can push the middle, but
That is actually a really decent decent thing to do, because a lot of teams are distributing their forces in a way that you have some stuff here and some stuff here, and if you push in the middle, you can often pick up this, and then you can decide in which direction you want to push, and that gives you the option of leaving the other tanks out of the fight. So Feli is apparently fast enough, to spot out Yayas and Kremelets immediately going there. But the question is, will the team of Prepalos... they will not rotate back. So
I think the jig is up here, simply because the tanks get spotted, they now know, and yeah.
So it looks like that is a mix of a cap move with a push onto the tanks in the K line, but it's 3 versus 3 tanks, and Alexandros and Manfred already took some damage. Prepalos up 2k HP immediately. Now Feli, the German superstar, has to make his move. Mirek, Pomeranz and Holy Tox are closing in. Enrico a bit behind. Now the push is coming onto Mirek, who's dropping to 1k HP immediately. Old King's taking heavy fire by Enrico, and it looks like Mirek was able to put in the full clip, now retreats, while Katya is putting in another shot. Farin might be able to pick up Mirek, but Katya is in a heap of trouble. 2 Superkongs directly behind him, and Enrico is still on 1.6k HP. How is it looking on the other side?
The other side is not looking good for the Germans either, as Axel Sandros just underestimated the reload of the Kronwagen and died with his Batchat completely against him, and now there's a counter push coming. Kormelets and Golda from Mordor are pushing onto Manfred, who's down to 1k. Yaya should be reloaded very, very soon, and then I think the hurt is gonna get put onto Manfred, who now is, I think, the second fire after Old Kings for the team of Prepalos here, who are looking poised to take the victory. Baron now, the next one on the menu for the tanks in the south. He's dropping down to 1400 HP. Feli from the backlines trying to do whatever he can, but it's not going to be enough, as, yeah, in the middle also the cleanup is happening. Varin dropping out, Feli getting one more kill, but yeah, Baron on a 1-shot, Feli on a 2-shot. This is a very, very convincing defense for the team of Prepalos here, and I have to say I did not like the lineup at all that we saw from the Germans.
Yeah, I mean, Smiley, where are you? Make a phone call and get the captain. The ship is sinking.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah, 2-2 now. All even, which means we are on a setup for a tiebreaker. And I think that it's still going to be the Germans picking the side because of the very fast Proco attack.
Yeah, we can take a look here. Postro against Gecko is currently 1-0 for Postro. And Storm versus IQ Laurel, you saw that earlier, is currently 2-0. Looks like they have 4 E5s picked on, that is Tundra attack. So either the E5 will be victorious now, or Storm is through as the first qualified team of Qualifier 2.
We'll see. Okay, let me correct. There we go. And yeah, we'll just have to wait a bit until the Himmelsdorf match for our match in between Freilos and Prepalos pops up. Then we should be able to watch what will be the decision there. We just have to hope that one of the other matches also goes to a tiebreaker, so we have more games to spectate. By the way, will we be doing group draws now? Like
No,
after?
No.
When are we going to do group draws?
I don't know.
Because remember, guys, the next stage of the tournament is actually happening tomorrow, the group stage. And then next weekend, Saturday, Sunday, we have the playoff phase that will be on the official stream.
Yep.
Yeah, just waiting for Le Battle to pop up.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the other results, so we can always take a look at the end times. So the other game. Ooh. So Posture against Gecko is now 1-1 on Prokhorovka. We might be able to watch both of the games. Maybe you go into the
I'll go
Posture
into the
versus
Postdro game, yes.
Gecko game. You give me an update when this game is ready to go, and I will join the game between the others.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
2 minutes and 10 seconds here.
Just to confirm. Oh, it looks like we have a result. IQ Laurel lost against Storm. 3-0 for Team Storm. That means we have our first team to be qualified.
First team of today, yes, which is going to be Storm. I think that's another Polish team, right?
Yeah.
So we have 3 Polish teams so far, or more?
We have 2 Invil teams, 1 German, 1 Czech team, and 1 international team, which is the Los Pipos team.
Los Pipos on the run.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm in the game between
yes,
Philos and the others. I will now
start sharing my client again.
Yeah, so we will watch the game between Postro and Gecko as long as the other game has not started. Okay, let me do it like this. Okay, so the game starts at 4:24. Okay. And like that.
Okay. So yeah, we already see the setup coming in here for the side of Gecko7. There's 1 CS, double VZ, double S-Conk, double IS7. And let me just check. It is Gecko7 attacking.
Yeah, looks like the attack is again pretty heavy. 6 heavy tanks, including 2 IS7, double S-Conk, double VZ, and the CS63. On the defense, we have a triple S-Conk, Kranwagen, VZ55, another VZ55, and a Batchat. So, yeah, both teams coming with double autoloader. Both teams having some Haldan power and 1 medium. Batchat obviously in a bit of a different role. But
there is 1 team with 4 autoloaders, but yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we are seeing, I would say, something which is normal splits here by the defending team. On the attacking side, however, there is a distinct, I would say, rotation over towards the south. Aubrey securing 1 bush there with his CS. He should be getting good spots from it. And this, once again, looks like a very, very heavy south commit to try and make cap pressure and force people out into the open. Everyone crossing in the back except the Superkongs, which will probably be sniping. And the 4 faster heavies with double VZ, double IS7 is probably going to go cross K line. The only question is, how much damage do they actually take on the cross? Because Josi and Konrad are both set up to deal with this. Hannes now getting spotted. And once again, I think we saw this on Wednesday already. The buildings are being brought down in the F2-3 area in between Josi and Konrad here. There's a lot of buildings which can all be destroyed, some others which can't.
Yeah, basically the big ones with the yellow upper ones and the is it brown or red first floor.
Let's call it brick color.
Yeah, they can't. Hannes actually taking 2 shots. Gecko7 down 600 HP now, and as there's not a lot of action in this game, we can quickly take a look at the other game, which starts in 30 seconds. So you can.
There actually is action, no?
Okay, so I guess we will go back to.
Yeah, double IS7 in the cap now. They are going to force some kind of reaction. There is a Kranwagen still, which could come closer, but if he does that, he actually exposes towards Hannes and also the IS7. They have guns too. They could punish him heavily for this.
Yeah, Josi taking another shot from either the Super Conk or the CS in the back. Looks like Alio was able to put in one good shot there. And you can see there is another Super Conk Timfed crossing over the middle bridge. Very interesting. I don't think we have seen that so far. Now he's taking a position towards Dark Ninja, who took a shot from the middle S-Conk, and the Batshot is rotating on the 9-0 line as well. Now the Super Conk and the Kranwagen are pushing in. Also, he's taking a big fire. Masui also missing a shot. Now Ali and Ricochet are pushing out.
Ooh,
big shot onto Hannes in his VZ55. The HPs are quite even still, and if they're able to put 2 more shots into 1 more shot into Masui, we might be able to see a big commitment onto. I don't think it's possible anymore. Anyway, in the back you can see Alio battling it out against Timfed in the 2 Super Kongs, both similar HPs.
Oh, one of the VZs just gave a shot to Alio, so that's going to put Timfed in a very, very comfortable position, as Alio is now a 3-shot. Timfed still would need 3 shots as well. Now Alio goes down towards 464, but Timfed actually also receives shots by, I think, Dark Ninja it was, and I think now Alio should have the reload. Meanwhile, in the cap, Alio going down here, and Ricochet down towards a 1-shot also needs to be very careful. Kaprk in the Super Conk is going to be able to pick it up, just like Alio won his 1-on-1, but now we are left in a 3v4, and Gecko7, they have less guns, they have 2,000 HP less, and they cannot punish the VZs currently that are reloading. So if there's action going on in your game, I think we can actually hop over, because this is kind of over.
Yeah, so distributing all the tanks at the beginning, you can see Old Kings there, very aggressive position towards the initial push from Prepalos towards the south. I guess we can take a quick look at what is happening for you, if there's anything. I mean, you can just warn me if anything is happening, and then we will switch to your scene.
Yes, I mean, if there is any blow-ups or something, I will tell you, but Alio just fell, so it's a 2v4 for Gecko on the attacking side, and they should have no problems closing this out here.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the HPs are heavily in favor of the team. And yeah, now the push is coming onto Dark Ninja. Konrad putting in another one. And yeah, we will continue watching that team after we finalize this round of Himmelsdorf here. Freilos now getting pushed on by the incoming forces, the 277s, the 113s, and the 50B from Prepalos. The HPs are still pretty even, and I like what Manfred is doing here. He decides to go forward. The only tank that can support him now is the 50B, and he can somewhat isolate the IS-4. Alexandros not being able to fully support him. Feli looks like he's reloading as well. Prepalos being able to take out the first gun, being Old Kings, and Farin has also overextended completely there. He drove into 3 tanks, gets immediately punished. Manfred still alive, but Enrico is on a 2-shot. Katya helping him out. Good firing there. One gun up for Prepalos, but there's still exactly having Holy Tox isolated. HPs are pretty even. You can see Kremlets in his bed advancing now. Alexandros putting in a good shot. And we have to see how Katya can deal with this 113.
Indeed, Katya's 1v1 against the 113 is going to be very, very interesting. Also, Mirek completely in the middle of everything with the E3. Normally, you want to support from the side and not have people flanking you. Oh, Manfred down to one shot here. That's also going to be crucial, whether Golda can pick him up. If Golda even goes for the cross. No, he just decides
Manfred
to give
missed
Katya
the
one
shot.
shot.
Now, Yaya's pushing in his 50B, but Feli is paying attention and Baron is paying attention as well. Yayas was able to put in 2 shots into Katya, but took 2 shots in return as well. Golda now over pushed onto Manfred. The HPs are still in favor of Frylos, but they're down a gun. Now they have to pick up Mirek. If Mirek is not able to put in another shot, this could look very good for Frylos, but the E3 is in a very good position to still return a shot onto the Super Kong. 200 HP left onto Mirek. Katya also on a 2-shot. Feli taking another shot. Big hit by Mirek. And this might be the decision already.
Kremlets now baits out the shot, but the problem is Alexandros takes so much damage because the Batchat is set up for the crossfire, same for the 50B. This means the HP advantage that was once there is now gone. All the HP here for the team of Frylos basically are on Baron in his S-Conk, and he needs to make something happen. He needs to come into the game. Kremlets low rolling his kill shot onto Alexandros, but obviously he's a Batchat, he has a clip, so he was able to still take him out of the game. Baron now recognizing he needs to do something, starts pushing, which in turn is forcing Golda to push onto Katya. There comes, big kills here without any damage taken. That is very, very important. Now Katya pushes on and over onto the 113.
Only a track shot.
Not able to do a shot of damage, and now it comes down to the rolls. Katya surviving barely on
Katya bounced another one.
Oh god, dire times here for Katya and his S-Conk, and Kremlets in the Batchat. He's now reloading.
I think he is having flashbacks from the Kampfpanzer 07 RH, where he bounced 3 times in the 3v3 tournament.
And yeah, Pomeranz is now down on a 1-shot, but Kremlets with the flank onto Baron, this is going to be very important. The Batchat can still take 2 shots and survive from the S-Kongs. Starts clipping out a first, a second, a third even connecting, and this is all the HP gone also on Baron now, who needs to push onto the 113 and
another
the 50B.
bounce.
They need to make it happen, but apparently they just can't. They aren't able to take the tanks out of the fight. Finally, a kill comes in, and now Katya, he needs to do the shot, but the Batchat is coming in from the back lines. And Katya, I think thus those were 1, 2, or 3 bounces too many, and thus we have Przepalos winning in the decisive match here against Frylos, and we can immediately hop over again, because the game in between Gecko and what is this team called? The Polish guys is about to start.
So Kremlets 14-14-14 MVP of this game in the Batchat, 4.7k damage with 4 kills as well, getting the double chevron. And yeah, Katya, I mean, he has an impressive 4k damage, but 6 shells bounced in like all this close combat. I mean, it was like 2 shots probably sniping, but still. Yeah, that was the difference maker.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for your game already?
Yeah.
So we will switch over to this feed. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see Gecko7 against... Still can't make out the name of the...
Pozdro.
Pozdro. And you already see Pozdro with the distinct HP advantage here, almost 1k, just coming from the lineups, which are for the defenders of Gecko7.
3k HP on the 60 TP.
I mean, you see double IS7, double S-Conk, double BZ, 1 Batchat for Gecko7 for the side of Pozdro, which are up 2-1, so this is match point for them. We have triple 113, 160 TP, 1 S-Conk, 1 BZ, and 1 CS. Okay, I just heard a shot connect somewhere, and that was indeed a ricochet, taking one from the S-Conk, which is crossing over. Oh no, actually by Kaperk and Timfet. driving now here. He's going to go proxy towards the IS-7 and start trading possibly. That was another good shot here, and Ricochet not trading well, I wouldn't say. And here we go, Timfed now approaching the IS-7, and he should be able to force Ricochet off the angle here. Is there actually anyone? No, there is no one except the Batchat Aubrey that could cover Timfed here.
Maybe Aubrey is trying to bait a push where he can then like assist from
full clip.
Yeah. Also, obviously, there are a lot of hull down positions and different angles. Ricochet falling back now, but obviously Hannes still holding the position. 2k HP up for the team of Postro. That would be the fourth Polish team, together with the 2 Czech teams that are already qualified and 1 German team. So, yeah, we'll need to see.
Here we go. Double 130 now also being pushed towards the north. They are both spotted, I believe. So the defending team knows something is approaching here in the north. And you can already see Hannes, Ricochet, Aubrey, all of them eyeing towards where they expect the push to be coming. The 113, can he put shots into Ali? It doesn't entirely seem like it quite at the moment. Ali, I don't think he's aware of the 113 that he has shots here.
Yeah, I think Ali is just peeking with the gun and trying to keep the back of the turret low enough so that he can't get shot from the side. I mean, Ali was able to put in 1 into Orthek already, and now Aldio and 1 HP are closing in. It looks like they're still unspotted.
Keep in mind, Kabrk is in the cap with the 113 here. So sooner rather than later, there needs to be some kind of reaction. And you can see the double VZ here being pushed through the water. I think they will try to catch Orzek completely unaware and with his pants down, but they're doing the rotation and they're getting spotted for it. So now Orzek should know. Nice 2 shots here coming out from this VZ.
Yeah, Jose paying attention.
And now the 60 TP actually has the info, can turn around, does low roll on Luca. So Luca not going down here quite yet. And Alio, Ali, and Luca, they are going to encroach their Kubas with the pickup onto the VZ, I think from the hill, no, actually from behind the VZs. And this push that looked very promising got spotted and shot down immediately. Orzek still alive, and now you see in the north here the overpush with the S-Conk and the 113s, the S-Conk going down to a fire though.
Yeah, Ricochet now being encroached by the 113s, Conrad and Masui. Now Aubrey is pushing in, but it's only 13 seconds, so he can't really focus on the 113s that were pushed towards the dip. He has to bring the decaps. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Is there a decap possible for Aubrey still? No, the base was captured. And this is it. 3-1 victory for Postro Podsvich. And that means we have 3 Invil teams. Is that correct? I think we have 3 Invil teams qualified for the group stage. Can you go to the battle results? Yeah. I mean, it's 4 Invil players plus 1 formal Invil player.
Yeah, I think Kapark used to be an Invil. Probably just
Timfed as well.
Timfed as well. Yeah, I think they're probably leeching boosters there.
Yeah. So, yeah, Polish dominance here, Polska Górą. That means we will have Invil, and Postro from the clan Invil. We have Enway and CSA building the teams of CSA and Prepalos. I think there are 2 CSA players in the lineup, or even 2 or 3 players from CSA in the Prepalos lineup. We have a mixed German team represented under the banner of chess, and yeah, the international team this time is Los Pipos.
Okay. So as I guess we are going to do the group draw at a later point in time, I think we have reached the end of this stream.
Yeah, I think so too. We have, I can quickly update that. We have a result here. You just saw it. Postro winning against Gecko7, 3-1. We have Freilos after 2-0 on Prokhorovka, losing out on the Tundra matches and yeah, not being able to close on Himmelsdorf either. So 3-2. And in Group 3, Storm was the first team to secure the victory. 3-0 over IQ Lowrold. GG to all the teams. Key, you have the last word.
Yeah, GG to all the teams, especially the ones that participated. And we're gonna see you all tomorrow during the group stage. Have fun.
Yep. With that being said, we will rate you to someone. And yeah, stream is over. Have a good evening.